Great. Okay. First state of the league here, guys. I think.
Yeah, welcome everyone, and welcome YouTuber,
Yes.
YouTube guys, people, whoever.
Welcome Twitch chat, and I think.
Are
Maybe
we ready?
we start with a little summary what we're gonna talk about. Like we're going through the format of the next season. Who's joining us? We got quite some capable Blood Bowl players in the upcoming season. Some World Cup players, and I mean, we got Sage last season as well, who's rather well known. But
Yeah, we had quite some good players already last season, and even more will join. But we are welcome to every player who wants to join, so it's not restricted to the best players or something.
So if you're watching this stream right now and you haven't signed up right now already, here's the link. /forum. Can sign up there. Everyone's welcome. It's not like too tough or anything. People are like all over the place. Really good. Not so great. Yeah. Also, later on we're gonna watch replay. Sage is no Sage. Scooter is going to join us today. Well, wanna dive right in?
Yeah, maybe we talk about how we started, to give a little insight how this whole thing began with the TwitchBBL League.
That sounds good. Actually, I started the Twitch Blood Bowl Liga on a German stream from Matt. I think the stream is called Matt's World. He was looking for people to start do his league because he was too lazy. So I started running the league, and like at middle or end of the season, Azad came to me, and we had another admin, but he went away, and when he's gone, I think that's where Azad came into play.
Yeah, the problem was that the participants in the German league didn't play that much anymore. Like like it was everywhere, so you could see this in every part of Blood Bowl. There was a really big hype in the beginning, and then it flowed down a little bit. So yeah, that's the usual start. And we wanted to keep up the league. And so we needed to make it international to just keep the numbers up, and that's why we did this. I actually was looking to join a league after I personally hated to play in the old NAF format, the open ladder. So I wanted to make it a little bit more personal, to play with people and being in TeamSpeak, talking about the matches I play. So I was joining the TwitchBBL Liga, and I also applied for Legion League at that time. And our format now is the development of the German TwitchBBL Liga, so we ended up with doing this.
Yeah, right. I think the ground structure laid out in the first Twitch Blood Bowl League, but when Azad came by, he had a lot of improvements to make, and I think that's how we got to where we are right now.
Yeah, so our goal was to make a league for the Twitch community, and I think it's pretty awesome to see how all the people in the chat are coming together in our league and talking to each other now and playing together and Also being represented in the streams of so many different streamers is pretty awesome,
totally.
and the community is really good.
Yeah,
so if you're looking for something like that, that's the right place to go.
Yeah. Also, also when I went when the league went English, one of the big questions I was asking myself was, am I gonna go to, or are we gonna go to another streamer like it was with Matt's World, or are we gonna just take everyone in? And the safer option was obviously to go with a streamer because he has his followers and they're gonna play in the league, but I felt like it would be way more fun, and also I think it was just way more doable in the end to just invite every streamer, which was such hard work and so much time investment to invite them all. And
so also a big thing is that if you only rely on one streamer when the stream shuts down, then you obviously have a problem.
Okay.
So I think that's also part of that decision making.
Should be better now, I think. I hope.
Can we get some feedback on that? So yeah, let's talk about the structure we had in season 1. Or we could also call it pre-season.
Okay, great.
We had 4 divisions with 10 people in every division. The season actually ends today, so we will have the results later on for you guys. This season was meant to be a ranking season, so
great.
that we could actually make a ladder system in the next season and keep the system and going from there, having demotions and promotions, as we will describe soon here. So the divisions weren't necessarily even skill-wise, but still I think everyone had fun. We were not restricted to any races or something. We were open completely for everyone to play with us. And I think the big names were the Sage, obviously, Scooter, Cobra Grand. Yeah, I think everyone knows them.
Yeah, it's good now. Yeah, I think of course. I mean, we really got a lot of streamers. Unfortunately, some people always quit the league, but that happens in every league, I guess.
Yeah, we started at a time where Blood Bowl still was a little bit hyped, so many new streamers tested out Blood Bowl and streamed for like a few weeks, but they applied to our league and then dropped out because they lost the interest. We tried our best to replace these guys. We also had some people just dropping out because of different work times and stuff, so that always happens. But most of the people who dropped out were actual the smaller streamers. Right now our player base is pretty stable, and I don't expect big changes there. The big change, obviously, for next season will be that we have quite a lot new people, but we can come to that later.
Yeah, I think we have already like 12 people sign up. 12 new people.
No, it's actually more right now.
Really?
Already. Yeah, I think so.
And we're really hyped about that. It's so great to have so many people coming to our league. I would have never thought it would go this well.
Yeah, Minares knows the exact numbers as far as I know. Yeah, and we will have really good players in the next season who may lure in some new guys who also want to play against them, like Luke and Sam Davis and Bucky. So yeah, it will be fun.
Yeah. Wait a second. For the new format of the league, I've created an image. Think no, that's not it. Yeah, that's it. I think you should be able to see it now. That's we haven't quite decided on the names yet, so I used the star, veteran, and rookie thing. We're gonna have one tier 1 division, 2 tier 2 divisions, and 3 tier 3 divisions. And you can promote or demote from these divisions.
Exactly. Our goal was that we have a lot of exchange between the divisions, so everyone is able to climb up the ladder or fall down the ladder really quick. We like that because it's way more competitive. So so everyone gets a chance to get up.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean,
Right.
there's another league, obviously, which has almost the same structure, which is the Legion League. And I mean, I'm playing in the Legion League, and I like the Legion League, but there's some things we'd like to do different than the Legion League, and this was one of them, like trying to get more exchange, and also
well, let's start explaining how the structure works, right? So before we compare it to other leagues. Also,
okay.
I don't really think that we need to have a competition between our and.
No, it's definitely no competition. So. Just explaining how it came to the way it is now.
So next season we will have, as you can see, 6 divisions. Each division will have 8 players. The golden division there, as you can see, will have 3 people being demoted into the second tier, which is silver line tier. And from the second tier, in each division, 1 player will be promoted, and the second player will play for the 3rd promotion match in the playoffs. And then the one who wins will get promoted into the 1st tier. The 3 last ranked coaches in the silver tier will be demoted to the bronze tier here. And the first 2 of each division in the 3rd tier will be promoted. So that's how our system works. We don't have any people getting kicked out just because they are last places in the 3rd tier. We will have a waiting list if we have too many players applying for our league. We don't think that a qualifier will be a good thing. It makes more problems than it solves them, in our opinion.
Yeah. See, that's why I brought up the Legion League, because that's obviously we're obviously comparing some of it to other leagues, and the Legion League is just the closest to us.
Yeah, it's also because it's just streamed, it makes sense to compare it. But I think the comparisons end actually in the structure of the ladder. We try to be different, and also I think we are a lot different in any part. At the end of the season, we will have a playoff. We want to make the playoffs in every single tier, so that everyone gets a chance to play. We don't want to make it too big, So we keep it very very small, so that no team can rush away with level up
Yeah,
or
true.
something.
That's also something we don't really agree with the Legion League. We think the Legion League just has too many games for the qualifiers, and so the teams are getting too strong, too fast. So we only have maximum of 2 games for the playoffs.
Yeah, right. So our system works like this. We have the first division, the second and the third play against each other, and the winner plays against the first in the rank, and that's it. And the winner will be the winner of the whole season. But nevertheless, there will be a playoff in the silver division where the second ranked coaches play against each other, and the first ranked coaches play against each other. And the winner of these then play against each other again, and then there will be a winner of the second tier. And we will do a little bit more complicated thing in the third tier, because it's 3 divisions, it's a little bit harder. It's still manageable. I don't need to go further into it, but as you can see, the numbers of games played stays quite small, so there wouldn't be a problem.
Numbers of games not being played, right?
Yeah, right. So,
Muppet was asking if you have to reapply. Yes, you do have to reapply. We'll post the link in a second. Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah, we have a post to reapply and we have a post to apply. So if you are new, you have to post in the thread that's called sign up for the TBBL season 2. And if you were already in the league, then you obviously reapply for season 2. Yeah.
Well, no, not really. The tier 2 and tier 3 playoffs just show the winner of the different tiers.
Yeah. So we will. Yeah, right. We will have a winner of each tier, but the winner of the first tier obviously wins the whole thing. The names we have right now in this rookie, veteran, star are not really set. We have some ideas about making maybe something like champion, lord, emperor, and then give the one who wins a real title. That was an idea that was quite accepted in the post we made there, but that's still up to debate. So we still have a little bit of time to do that.
Yeah, it's a little bit complicated, but if you go into the forum, there is a post about it where everything is explained per detail, and yeah, there should be no doubt about anything.
The Star League will not get bigger. The Star League always stays 8 people. There will be 3 people dropping out into the second tier, and 3 people will rise up to the first tier. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, Minirus just posted another link to a spreadsheet where you can see how it works exactly. No, it's not crappy. That's fine.
Oh, nice. Yeah, right. As you see, oh, that's a nice sheet, Mineral. As you see, the second places of gold have to play a promotion game against each other. So the winner of this game will be third place in the second tier and also go up to the platinum, the first tier division. The loser stays there, stays in the second tier. First place definitely goes up. From silver, we have, as thought, we have in silver we have the top 2. Yeah, the top 2 each go up into this into the second tier. Man, it's so it's so irritating to see it with plat, gold, and silver since we don't name it like that, but it's the Legion League equivalent. So platinum would be tier 1, gold tier 2, and silver tier 3.
Yeah, so we didn't name it yet, so we just talk about tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. That's fine then.
Yeah, the graphics will be the one you see on the screen right now. Just I'm gonna change it a little bit so you know exactly who moves up and who moves down.
So
but
what's
it's
happening
not done yet.
So what will happen tonight is we will have the final results of the first season, and we have four divisions right now. So the first and second will go into the first tier from each division. The third to sixth ranked coaches will go to the silver division here. And the others will go to the third division and will be joined by the new signups. So that's how the transition works into the new ladder system.
Yeah, we don't need the playoffs, but most people will like. Yeah, it would be cool to have playoffs, and we can relate to that. I mean, playoffs are a big hype, right? So we decided to do them.
Yeah, actually, I was never a big fan of playoffs at all, but the most people want playoffs, so we decided to make playoffs and keep them at a small scale, so it doesn't interfere with the competitive aspect of the league, but still is fun for everyone to play in. And I think playing 2 games at the end of the season doesn't change too much in terms of team value strengths or something. That's still fine.
Yeah,
and you have to keep in mind that after season 2, a lot of teams already have played 16 matches. So 17, right? No, 16. Yeah, 16 matches. So that's not too much in terms of team development gained there from the playoffs itself. Don't you run the risk in losing the players that are not in playoffs? Yeah, exactly. I don't think we lose any players because every single tier has playoffs. That's one thing. So
it's more evenly distributed.
Yeah, we don't have like every 8 players in the first tier playing against each other. Every tier has a chance to play in the playoffs, and the other point is that there are so few matches being played that playoffs don't really matter that much. So I don't think that people are running away just because they are not in the playoffs.
Yeah, right. As Muppet says, it's a good time to commentate on the stream when the players are running, right?
Yeah, as well.
It's a hype.
I mean, we encourage everyone who's in our league, obviously, to stream it and to commentate on it itself. Also, we want to do this a little bit more regular in this format, State of the League. So we can pick some matches that were interesting and commentate on them ourselves, and maybe get some assistance from the coaches who actually played the match. So that might be interesting for some people to watch. The State of the League itself as a stream is not supposed to be a regular stream that's on every day. It's just we try to keep it like every week or every 2 weeks. Yeah, so, and you can also see a lot of other streamers showing their matches being played. So Sage, for example, has a YouTube channel where you can look up all the matches he played in our league, and it's fun because most coaches who play against each other actually are in TeamSpeak with each other, and you can hear the bantering while they play each other and stuff. So that's actually pretty funny and entertaining to watch.
Holsten asked a pretty interesting question. If you make the top in silver or bronze, can you pass your playoff to lower ranking team? I haven't thought about that.
Why would you pass the playoff?
Right. Why would you want to do that? I guess not. I would not do it. I think it would just be a free win.
Yeah, if someone doesn't want to play, then can't do anything about it. But
we have to wrap our heads around it. Just we have to think about
it. Jada, what do you mean with all the matches from all the leagues or only his league? I don't get it.
Yeah. By the way, as Mineral said, if you have any questions, is a great help. We're streaming like really the first time, so yeah, help us out.
So you want not to be promoted to play against better coaches? Is that what you mean? So you want to stay in the third tier? So no, that won't happen. So if you want to stay in the third tier, you actually have to lose your games. And if you are good enough to get first, then you will be promoted. The playoffs itself don't really have an impact on the promotions or demotions. The playoffs are just for fun and.
Except from the second tier into the first tier.
Yeah, correct.
When so second place, then you have to play a promotion game.
Yeah, so because we have to replace 3 people in the first tier, we need to make a deciding game between the second ranked coaches in tier 2. And with our playoff system, we managed to imply this in the playoffs, so we actually don't have to make another match for this. That's why this has an impact, but the rest doesn't have any impact. So if you get ranked first rank in your division, you will get promoted.
Yeah, but you can't be relegated out of the league. No, that's not possible.
Yeah, you can't be. You can't drop. You won't be kicked out of the league. Everyone. We don't want to pressure people. Active coaches will stay in the league. So if you at some point don't have time to play, that's fine. As long as you say you don't have time. So we will kick out coaches who are inactive and replace them, but we won't kick people out. So right now we have the rule that if someone is inactive for 2 weeks and he doesn't respond to our messages and we don't know what's going on, then we need to kick him out so we can make place for other people to join. In the last in this season, in the first season, we had some replacements to do because as I said before, some streamers who are smaller streamers dropped out because they've lost interest. But replacing coaches in a running season isn't that big of a problem.
Yeah. There's a lot of dropouts still.
Yeah, our rule for dropouts is if you join a running season, then you won't be able to be promoted in that season. So the system that Cyanide is running right now is that if we kick someone out and replace him with someone else, then the guy who replaces the old coach will keep the losses and wins of the one who dropped out. So that would be unfair in terms of competitive aspect. If we just said, okay, this guy only played 3 games, but he won all 3, it's 100% win rate. Now he's first in the league, right? So that's not what we do. We won't change the ranking, the standings, but you already can get some SPP. if you somehow get first or second in a running season that you joined after the season already started, then you won't get promoted, and the next one will be the one who gets promoted if you get first. So that's our system to keep it fair for everyone.
Yeah. Also, I don't think we're going to switch all the admin concessions to 2-1 admin concessions. I think 2-0 is just the way to go. I don't know why I would give 3 SPP to someone who's not showing up to the game.
Yeah, it's not like we have a strict play time where people have to play. You can contact your opponent early enough to make the game happen, actually. Most of the time I already contact my opponent for the next week and the week before, so there is no problem at all.
Yeah, right.
If you care to arrange your match early enough.
If people are lazy, strongly encourage that.
Yeah. And if people are lazy, and I mean that can happen, or you don't have time or something, it's just one message away. Everyone has everyone of his division in his Steam friend list. That's
yeah, at least that's what we hope.
Yeah, that's necessary in our league. So there shouldn't be any problem getting contact to anyone. I read about. Okay, you were asking about conceits. So conceits in our league are allowed. Conceits are necessary for your team management, actually, because if you get to the point where there is no other chance of winning, for example, and the only thing that will happen is that you get even more injuries, then it gets to a point where it makes sense to concede, and that's why conceding is in the game. It's not only there because people have to leave or something. It's there because the game needs it.
Right. Let me reapply the cam a little bit.
So concessions are right now 16 SPP for the winner, and you get double gold like usual.
Yeah, so you get the gold of the enemy as well.
Yeah, it's 2 MVPs and it's 2 touchdowns, so it makes a total of 16 SPP. It's quite a lot. We actually want our guys to play every single match. If you concede in a match, it's a little bit different because you get the SPP you gained, obviously, like in every other match. Then it's the usual thing. Yeah, exactly, Don. Admin concede is 16 SPP, player concede 10 SPP. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fouling. Exactly, Squirrel. Fouling has a other dimension in perpetual leagues because it actually has an impact on the games your opponent is playing after this. So let's say you are even with someone in the standings and you are losing against him, then fouling makes a lot of sense because you want him to lose in the next match against the next player. And maybe you can injure one of his players, and that helps you actually. So surfing turn 16, fouling turn 16 to completely make sense in an environment, in a league environment.
Yeah. Just agree. Wanna go through the league now?
Yeah, of course. Let's do this.
Okay.
So let's go through the coaches. One thing we have to say is we won't go through tier 3 here because we don't really know how the divisions will look like next season because there are so many new coaches coming in. But what we can say is who's going to tier 1 and who is going to tier 2. That's something we already can tell. So maybe next week or the week after we can talk about the third tier when everything is set up. Yeah, let's dive into it.
Okay. Division 1. Who do you have here? Warbos Sotrot. What's his other name? Do you know that?
Sorry?
Warbos Sotrot.
Yeah, wait a second. I need to open this stuff. I don't know his Twitch name. I just know him as Warbos Sotrot, and he's playing a team named Faces of Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So, if someone has insight, what's his name?
Yeah, right. Kills you too fast.
Ah,
That was his
okay.
name.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a regular viewer in many chats, as you guys know. So he made a really nice show up in our season with 7 wins.
Yeah.
And
7-1-1.
only one loss, 1 draw. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
which
can
is
see.
really nice. Also, on the other end, it's Dark Elf.
Oh, shut up.
It's not too hard.
That's a stupid chaos player.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
Robert says, his team is really scary. I think it's probably the strongest team in the league. But yeah, Isaac doesn't really agree with me on
No,
that.
I don't agree with that at all. But okay, but obviously he's a good player, and the team development doesn't say everything about a player.
Yeah.
So I think everyone has a good shot on the first spots. Some obviously are a little bit higher rated when it comes to expectations.
Yeah, I think
but we come to that later in Division 4 when we have Sage there. So yeah, Minares is obviously the other candidate for the second spot in for the first tier.
Engine of
yeah.
Evil.
Yeah, also Dark Elf team, he had a really good performance, 7 wins, one loss only, and he still has one match. I think he will get a free win here because his opponent didn't show up.
Oh, so
But still,
Minaras will be first place, right?
Yeah, he will be
Wow.
in front of Warbos. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So let's go to the second tier. So we're talking about
actually,
the second division.
I think we could take Minarosl down to us, to the stream.
Yeah, if he wants to, of course.
Minarosl?
I don't know if it gets to full when later on Scooter is joining us, so I don't know. Let's just keep it with us two, I think. At least for now.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So, yeah, Dark Elf domination, the top spots here in Division 1.
Two Dark Elves already. I think I really like... I feel like Mighty Blow on Dark Elves is really, really strong. What I don't like so much is the Juggernaut, but as Minros said, he doesn't like it that much either. He feels like it was a mistake.
No, I like Juggernaut. I still would take Mighty Blow first, but Juggernaut is fine, I guess. Especially because you already had one Mighty Blow, so yeah, I can see that.
Yes, okay. You're the expert. I don't know Dark Elf too much.
No expert, but I like Dark Elves, yes. So let's go to the second division and let's see who's going to Tier 1 there.
Scooter isn't online.
Yeah, we'll still have some stuff to cover. Maybe it comes on later, or we review another match before that. So it should be fine. So,
the coach and Sean.
Yeah, we have a Lizard team and a Wood Elf team here in 2 who will get to Tier 1 in the next season.
The coach is 6-3-0 with his Lizardman team. It's not really that.
He didn't lose a single match.
Yeah, true.
And that's pretty impressive. And Shawnee's team, Also really impressive streak there. 6 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss only. And he had by far the scariest team in our league. He played his last match where he lost some really key players, and it will be maybe hard to recover from that in the next season. I don't really know, but we will see. It gets really funny there, I guess.
Yeah, his team. Oh man, that's so bad. Agility 3 War Dancer now.
Oh no. Yeah, he had a strength for War Dancer with agility.
Yeah, now with agility 3.
Yeah, and also his catcher died, who had already block, movement allowance, and guard. So that's a really hard hit on his team.
Yeah.
So in one game he lost 59 points of SPP. That says
like,
a lot.
Yeah, I feel like the coach's Littleman team. I mean, I don't really know if it's that badly developed as you say.
No, I don't say it's bad developed. I just say it's not. It's still hard to play with that Lizard team against all the developed teams. Lizards are in nature basically harder to level. That can be completely different after a few seasons, or even in the season. This can change very quick. But still, we have. I don't want to give too much away, but we already have 4 Dark Elf teams with a lot of block dodge in them in the first division, first tier. And he doesn't have a single tackle, so alone from that fact, it's really hard to play around that.
Man, Dark Elves, really? Oh god. Okay, what about the other guys?
Yeah, that's exactly Dawn Eagle. That's not a lot Saurus development. It's only 3 level ups there. And yeah, that's one point that I think he's a little bit the underdog next season together with Theomon.
We deeply disagree on this point.
Not as much as you would like to. Yeah, so let's take a look on Division 3 now.
No, wait. Aren't we gonna talk about the other guys as well? Or do you wanna just go through the first?
Yeah, let's go to the first tier first, and then come to the second tier later. Easier to follow, I guess.
Yeah, There's Dawn Eagle, and then the favorite of the next season, obviously Seo. With his Chaos team, still not very good developed his Chaos team.
I mean, it's pretty impressive that you had 6 wins to end the season.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I expected you to be like, okay, I don't get it.
Thanks, man. Can't keep it at the compliment, can you?
I tried, but it didn't work.
Okay, why can't I find it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Malekith's Angels.
Yeah, again, Dark Elves. And this team is
also
pretty good.
very scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block dodgers.
Yeah,
one movement 8 blitzer. And I give 5 blitzer.
He has a dirty player as well, and 12 players.
Oh
so
yeah, true.
This team is really good.
I think he has the highest team value of all teams, right?
Yes, but that's also because he has 12 players and not only 11. But I think in terms of team strength, I would say this team is one of the best teams there.
Yeah, 4 Dark Elves in tier 1. That's true, Johnny.
Yeah, 4 Dark Elves. Yeah, 1 Lizard, 1 Chaos, 1 Skaven, 1 Wood Elf, right?
Yeah. Okay. Then that's my team. And
yeah, tackle is gonna be okay. Exactly.
Tackle's super important.
Yeah, bearded.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm really thinking about if I gotta take tackle on my Mighty Blow Claw Beastman.
Yeah, if he doesn't die before you can do that.
Yeah. Oh, he won't. He won't. He's brave.
He will be focused on every.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably. Yeah. I will try to keep him safe.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works out.
Simon's team has so many crazy setups. He has strengths on a Beastman as well as movement allowance and an agility Beastman. I really think this is one of the best teams that can be developed in the long term. I don't think this has too much chances in the early part of the season.
Yeah.
So
since taking stats early on is really kind of setback for the next few games.
Yeah.
Or for the next, I don't know, even many games sometimes.
I will at least try to surf him, Mazurk, as you know me. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's it.
But I felt like I could not take the strength. Asset would not have taken the strength, and instead, what would you have taken?
Anything else? Strength.
Anything else? Okay.
Yeah, it's just too much team value there.
Yeah, I would have not taken the agility maybe, but.
No, the agility is the best thing that could happen to you. I would have taken it any time. The agility guy is your MVP, and you should protect him on all costs. It's so good.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I love this guy. This guy is so good. If you get leap or something, you can make a really scary ball sacker.
Oh yeah, true.
Leap,
we talked about this.
Yeah, strength 4, leap strip ball, so good. Okay.
Okay. Next division. We have Sage and Khalida, which is Azlet.
Yeah,
for those who don't
that's
know.
me. Yeah, this was a really hard season for me, but we can come to that later.
There's games.
Yeah, Sage was the opposite expected first place here in the division.
Yeah, he definitely was the favorite.
Yeah. So this got closer as I thought it would get.
Yeah,
actually.
True.
He lost
could have
one
taken
match.
it away, right?
Sorry?
You could have taken it from him, right? If you won one more game or something.
Well,
pretty close.
Yeah, some roles could have gone different in my team in my game against him, and I have actually got the win. You can review the match actually that I played against him on his YouTube channel, and I can recommend it. It was really fun, and we had a nice chat as well. So maybe I post a link to it.
Yeah, and just look at it, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about his team.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he lost his Storm Vermin against Azad, which was a huge favor to all of us. Thank you, Azad.
Yeah, he had Claw. So it's not only Storm Vermin, he had Claw Storm Vermin.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
I was building up to that.
Okay.
Yeah, now he has one with Mighty Blow, which is, I mean, it's pretty severe. As I said, I think Mighty Blow is really strong.
It is,
yeah.
for sure.
One Gutter Runner is dodge, wrestle, block, dodge, and guard. Yeah, I think guard is the right decision with a Gutter Runner on a double. Throw with movement. I guess you gotta take the movement on the thrower, right?
It's the thrower is a thing on its own. Many people don't like the thrower unless you get agility on him. I think the movement is a little bit a compromise there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, 8 movement is really nice.
No, it's 7. It's 7 movement. Is it 8 movement? I don't know.
No, it is 8. He rolled movement on the thrower.
On the thrower, yes, but the thrower has base 6, right? It doesn't have 7.
Every red has 7 movements, except the Gutter Runner, which have 9.
You're really sure?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and the red ogre.
I don't trust you. I look at his list now.
Thanks. Well, he has 8 movement, so.
Yeah, right. You are right. What? You really have 7? Oh,
Yeah,
everyone has 7. Why did I think that Reds only have 7 movement on the lineman? I don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally wrong on this.
You mean 6 movement on the throw?
Yeah, I thought the throw had the same movement as the lineman, and I thought linemen had 6 and not 7, so that was my mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it makes sense.
What I really like about this team are his 2 dirty players. I love dirty players. I think dirty players is so cool. But yeah, that's just me, the chaos player.
Okay, I'm posting the link now to the Sage stream of our match. I can really recommend it. It was not only because it's my match against him, it was really fun. It's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's
get to your team.
Maybe? Okay, I just wanted to add, Sage is playing right from the start with a lot of additional players, so he can actually really make use of his dirty players. So I really like his playstyle. He didn't get the best level ups right now, but still, yeah. 1 guard is pretty fine. Okay, let's go to my. It's just what I wanted to add there.
Yeah.
And of course, Sage will be the expected winner of the next season, I guess.
Oh, you think so?
But
I feel like, I mean, Sage is probably the best player.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't know, but probably.
It will be harder for him than this season, obviously, but still, I think he will do it.
But I'm not, like, in general, I'm not that big of a fan of his team right now. I feel like it kind of lacks something.
Yeah, but the development isn't really restricted on his team. It's really up to him to get there's some crazy stuff, and so, yeah.
Okay, let's go to a team now.
I think it's decent.
You got 2 witch elves with block already, which is and a level up another.
Yeah, I have actually all of my. That's one of my goals was in this season to have at least 1 level up on every single positioner, so I can get block and dodge on everyone. I think block and dodge are just too good to not get them. I had the chance to get movement allowance on the agility guy, and I still took dodge because it's just too good not to take. Yeah, the witch has a level up, so I would probably give her tackle if my first opponent is a dark elf or something like that. I mean, I would take probably tackle if my first opponent is everyone else except Seomon. So yeah, and I think this is a really nice team. And there are a lot of options I can take, especially on the agility blitzer.
Yeah, you do have 6 blotches as well. That's, yeah, I feel 6 blotches are just so huge. I don't want to play them.
Oh no, Johnny! I killed actually a catcher of you because I know that I had a 3 dice on him with only 2 assists. So yeah, that was a catcher, and that was your MVP guy. I can actually we can roll the replay if you want to later on, because that match was crazy funny for me.
Oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, we have the TwitchBBL open. Like just a ladder for us to play in. If you're interested.
Yeah, we have an open ladder, but we recommend people to get into TeamSpeak, talk to each other, what team they want to play, and then you can just queue up at the same time and play against each other. That's a pretty easy way to learn something about Blood Bowl. I can only recommend doing that. It's so good to be in TeamSpeak with someone else.
Yeah.
By the way, we have TeamSpeak and we have how it's called?
Discord.
Discord, right? Yeah, it's so new. I don't know the name yet. So we have servers open for you guys. If you want to join, and you can play your matches with people you can talk to, improve on your playstyle, ask what you want to skill, ask what other guys would have done in the same situation, review matches, talk about matches, all this stuff. Yeah, communicate, always good. So that was it for tier 1. Yeah, we have Discord. Let's get through the upcoming people in tier 2. As I said, we will talk about tier 3 probably next week or the week after, because really we can't say too much about it. We have a lot of good coaches applying for our league, so it depends a little bit where each one ends up in the next season. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So let's start again with Division 1.
Okay. We have Masurk on 3rd place, Squirrel Dude on 4th, Goromeso on 5th, and Scooter on 6th. These are, I think, these are the people who are going into tier 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are no bigger changes here. So I mean, we didn't confirm yet the weekly results, so there's still some possible changes there. But I think in most divisions it's set in stone what's happening. So yeah, we had some of these guys who you just mentioned actually replaced other coaches in the running season. So we have like Squirrel Dude and Squirrel Mezzo. Squirrel Dude, I think he joined in season in week 6 or 5 or something, and Squirrel Mezzo in week 3. So both these coaches could have been way higher if they actually joined earlier. So yeah, there's much to be expected from them in the next season in Gold.
Yeah, Squirrel Dude is definitely one of the favorites for Gold, I think. Oh, for the second tier. Stop referring to Gold, man.
Both had really good records. So yeah, Squirrel Dude didn't lose a single match, I think, as long as he was in this league. The other results are actually from the coach who replaced. So the 2 draws and the 3 losses. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, we have to see what's happening in the second tier next season. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. I think Scoot is going to join us now. Oh yeah, here it is.
Awesome.
User was moved to your channel.
Hello, Scooter.
Hi, Scooter. Das Vader's online.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I've just got to dumb the stream down. There you go. Otherwise I hear you twice.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
So we were just talking about your division here. So you will end up probably in the second tier. Did you watch our stream?
Pardon? Sorry, I got a bit confused with my speaker setup there. I didn't hear what you said. Say it again.
So we were just talking about your division. Did you watch the show so far, or did you just tune in?
Well, I've literally just got back from getting my pizza that was ordered
pizza.
for me. So I literally had to go and get my Towering Inferno pizza and then eat the very hot thing, and then now I'm here.
Okay, welcome and bon appetit. So, yeah, maybe you talk a little bit about your experience in your division.
It was pretty good, to be honest. All the coaches are quite good. I mean, one of the main reasons that I did ask the question about 3-minute turns or some sort of is because, again, it's very good coaches. I noticed that particularly when I was playing in the World Cup, those extra few seconds made quite a big difference. And there was quite a few games I felt where if a lot of coaches had a little bit more time, you might have been able to play slightly better. But I think the 2-minute turns are fine. It's just that there was, I think, when you're playing better coaches, I certainly noticed there was a lot of time times where you're put into situations where you're kind of forced to think longer.
Yeah,
And,
true.
it wasn't a bit, it's not a big issue if you want to sort of put it like that, but it was just funny that I found myself quite a lot of times sort of maybe running out of time because I had to think harder because of the positions you get put in. It's not like playing in Call or
Because
some of the other
people
things.
are better, right?
Yeah, you get put in a much more difficult position, which you could probably play your way out of. But I found that sometimes I maybe overthought or spent a little bit too much time thinking, and then didn't have the time to actually execute it. Well, obviously, Cyanide's wonderful UI and the way that it auto moves makes it more difficult. But yeah, it was, and to be fair, I found all the games difficult. It wasn't like any of the games where, it was quite evenly matched. I think in most games, and the thing is, it always feels like the dice decide more when you play better players, because obviously you're both in a reasonable position. You're not putting yourself in a vulnerable position, so it means that you need dice to work for things to happen. Otherwise, the other person's in too good a position. If the dice fail, you're screwed. So, I found that it's better playing better people. But obviously, with me playing high elves, it was always going to be difficult for me at the start. So I'm quite happy I kind of came out this season without too many losses. I did expect to have most of my team dead and not be able to afford to replace it. So I'm actually quite happy I've got 12 players.
Really?
Yeah, Hires have a little bit rough start and get better later team value. But so yeah.
Well, first game I played, I got an agi busted catcher, so I was like, well, this is just going to be the start, isn't it? It's going to be every game now. I'm going to get some. And the trouble with high elves is they're so difficult to replace, because if you lose certain positionals, the value of each of the positionals with skills sometimes is a pain because it's difficult to replace them.
Yeah, totally.
I think
But I
I
feel
lost
like
the
that's
blitzer.
with all the teams, isn't it? Or do you think it's particularly harder with high elves?
It's hard. It's like chaos when you start off. You don't have a lot of skills, so your first few games are very dice dependent.
Yeah, true.
It's one of those things where literally with high elves, the first 2 or 3 games is very, very difficult, because you can sometimes just get rolled over by people that if you get bad dice and they get good dice, you can just get smashed to pieces.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so my point of view on the 3-minute, 2-minute discussion is that I actually like 2-minute turns, because it feels a little bit that I like the pressure, and it forces you to be decisive what you want to do, and yeah, I think it also opens a lot more doors to make mistakes, and I like that actually, because people you can profit from the enemy mistakes. And
You can. It's just that I don't know. It depends. I think it was as it develops, you might find that a lot of people would prefer more time now. I think the World Cup showed me that I'm not as adverse to 3-minute turns as I thought I would be. I was the same as you originally. I thought that 2 minutes was more than enough, but then when I've played better players and I've had 3-minute turns, it definitely feels like sometimes it's a little bit easier, because when you're in those difficult situations, you can spend at least a full minute thinking.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Which,
Definitely.
to be fair, does make a big difference to certain turns, because sometimes if you don't think out what you're going to do, you immediately make the first mistake, and the rest of what you wanted to do is null and void. You can't do it, So sometimes it's about thinking a little bit before you move that first piece, so you don't put yourself in an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, true. First you have to think about your overall strategy, and then after every move, after every hit, you have to reevaluate some.
Exactly, yeah. And sometimes that the final thing that the person does, as you've just sort of said, sometimes the final move they make means that you've got to almost totally rethink what you were going to do in the first place. Like, you might have had an idea, but then they do something different to what you predicted. So you kind of think, right, what I was going to do was, now I've got to,
No. Also, it's almost impossible sometimes to just think think about the things you want to do because they still have 3 people to just move a few squares, and then the whole board changes because of that.
Yeah, I think that's a point when we can actually open discussion on the forum about this.
It was just something that I thought might be worth asking the
Yeah.
question, because I personally, if I wasn't playing better players, it wouldn't be such an issue to me. But I think there was quite a few games where, and quite rightly so, it was only because the play was of a much higher level that there were certain turns where if I'd had an extra 30 seconds, I think the game would have gone slightly differently and stuff like that. It was just, I just realised the difference between playing some real World Cup games where I'd had that extra 30 seconds and it had made a difference.
I had the experience when I played against Sage that I just needed a little bit more time just because I talked to him while playing, and that's
But the other thing is exactly that point is the other side of it is if you look at it from that perspective, it does give you more chance to talk to each other and maybe.
That's true.
You know, if you're having a bit of a conversation while you're playing, you're not so pressured during your turn to have to do what you were going to do. So, you know, it might just free it up a little bit so that you're not so pressured in the turns and you can have a bit of a conversation, or you can take a bit more time on each turn. Most people probably would take. I mean, most of the time, most of my turns are probably less than a minute, if not more, just more, a little bit more than that. So, it would mean that sometimes you could have a bit of a conversation about one of the last turns with the person you're playing with, stuff like that. Particularly if you're trying to do what we're doing at the moment, where you do TeamSpeak and Skype and stuff. It means you could have a little bit of a banter before you do your start and things like that. Just it opens it up so there's less pressure on each turn, and it might make the games feel a bit better as well.
Yeah, true, but that argument kind of contradicts with the competitive aspect, right?
Yes, but it depends on how you view it, doesn't it? That's what I was saying. It can be looked at from both sides. Is what I'm saying. Is you can look at it as either giving you more time to be better or more competitive, or more time to speak with people if you want to just enjoy the social aspect of playing with people you know that kind of thing.
I feel like one of the reasons why we'll probably keep the system is because it's also more entertaining to watch 2-minute turns.
The other thing is for a lot of people it's less time commitment, isn't it?
That's one of the points why I didn't play at all in the World Championship ladder. I just hate the 3-minute turns. There was one night when Theomon said, "Hey, I want to watch you playing World Championship ladder," and I opened up a game I had never played one before, and I saw it was 3-minute turns. I thought, oh my god, and I needed like 1 hour 30 minutes or something, but until it was over.
It's fine as long as you don't play one of those people who doesn't move anything for 2 minutes and then eventually does loads of moves that make no sense, and you just spent 2 minutes thinking about that.
Me too.
Yeah, you spent 2 minutes thinking about that.
But just, I mean, I compare it to chess a lot because
the other side for
chess,
me particularly that I was going to point out about 3-minute turns was more to the point for people like myself is streaming. It makes life a lot easier if you've got longer turns as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I guess we can give that point up to discussion in the forum. The problem is that we actually have to make the tiers tonight or tomorrow, so it will be a little bit hard to discuss this because we need to invite all the people already, and the season ends tonight.
Well, if you're doing a week hold, does it need to be tonight? Because it's not starting until the end of next week, is it? So.
Yeah, but we need to make the tiers so we can invite people into the tiers and they can accept the ticket. So
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so maybe we can change it next season. I mean, it's 2 months.
Yeah, let me just express one more point, because I'm playing a lot of Go with a friend, and I view him as really smart, and he talks about chess a lot, and chess is also moving to more to kind of blitz tournament style because it's just more interesting to watch.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I'm completely used to 2-minute turns, and I've got no problem with it. It's just that there's particularly from a streaming point of view, and from some of the people that you're playing, it just, it's for me, it would be a a little bit better to have more turn time, but it doesn't matter. It's up to you guys. It's your league, so and in a lot of respects, but it would be nice to have the discussion because it'd be interesting to see how other people feel about it
have
as
the
well.
discussion.
Yeah, we should have this, and we are open for criticism anytime. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can really...
criticism! Oh, you didn't tell me I could criticize.
No, that's... Yeah. It's just a suggestion.
How long have we got?
I mean, you can come to us with everything, and we can talk about everything.
No, I think you guys did as good a job as you can with this. It's very difficult. I ran Scooter Nationals, and that fell apart. But to be fair, it was only due to the fact that it was big. We all knew it was a big ambition to take it on, but a lot of people fell out of love with it very quickly. And the trouble is with a lot of leagues, particularly if you've got a team where you have a few unlucky games or something like that, and your team's knackered, and that for the rest of that season you're not going to win.
Yeah. There's not really a lot of motivation then, right?
Yeah, but what's quite good is I think everybody's stuck at this quite well, and the people that are playing in it at the moment seem to people added each other on Steam. We all got into contact with each other. I think the contact's been good, and everybody's got and played their games in a fairly reasonable amount of time. You've not had too many problems. So in that respect, I think you've done very well.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Want to talk a little bit about the team? Like, how did the development go?
Well, the trouble was what I did with what I wanted to do is a different starting lineup to what I normally do. I normally don't like 2 armor 7, so I normally start without 2 catchers, but I wanted to start with 2 catchers this time to try that build and see how it worked out, because potentially then you can have your catchers better, or 2 catchers better a lot quicker. And the high elf catchers, once they get blodged and they get to a point where they can be absolutely awesome, they're such a pain in the ass to deal with. They're like good gutter, just as good as gutter runners and other things like that. They might be AV7, but once they've got blodged, you can't really knock them down. And I wanted to use and abuse that, but yeah, obviously getting an AV busted catcher in the first game meant I was pretty much back to my standard anyway. But no, I was quite lucky in the sense of I did actually manage to get some of the team through without dying, without too many deaths. So I've done reasonably well.
Did it start with 3 rebrolls?
I didn't know, because I started with the thrower and 2 catchers to try and max. What I was trying to do was trying to maximise the high elf play and play the passing game a bit more. And but to be fair, the trouble is that playing the level of people that you play in these kinds of leagues, everybody's stalling, everybody's good at it, everybody's got reasonable understanding of how to keep the pitch controlled and not allow themselves to be too open and that kind of business. So I maybe wasn't able to play with as much flair as I would have liked to, because that was what the setup was intended for. But I kind of did well enough to get myself into a position where I knew that for the second season I'd have at least a fair bit of blodge or something to get me through into the next season. So
yeah, definitely.
To be fair with high elves, I was always or gave myself very few goals for the first season. It was more the point of just trying to get a few blodges up. My next need to go to is tackle on one of the blitzers, which I was very close to till he died.
Oh man, a blitzer as well?
Well, I had to buy a new blitzer because I had a blodge blitzer who was very, very close to getting tackle, but or would have been a lot closer to tackle than the other one, but unfortunately he died in the game. Or was busted beyond repair anyway.
Yeah, I feel like everyone had some casualties.
I didn't.
In the league, okay, except as he's just a fucking lucker.
Well, I had that lineman, but no lineman had any SCP except one who had wrestle, but happens.
I think I lost a KS warrior and level up beastman, maybe, or 5 SPP beastman, something like that.
Yeah, my approach is actually pretty similar to your approach. I got my witch as early as possible, my second, So I can get some SPP on her, and also that's my approach on nearly every time I play Dark Elves, getting the positionals first, and
Well, the only difference with high elves that I quite like is that unlike other elves, you don't mind developing linemen so much, in the sense of they become a lot more valuable with skills than some of the other linemen, because you don't have the same sort of positionals with high elves. I find that it's a couple of blodge linemen and a rodge lineman, and it seems to fare much better anyway. As soon as you don't mind having skills on a lot of the others, whereas you tend to min max a bit with other teams, and it's always positionals.
Yeah, I talked to Sage about it, and he said on elf teams he always tries to get 4 block dodge, and then the rest will be wrestle. He said, and I'm trying.
That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is almost exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, the next ones will be wrestle dodge.
Yeah, I'm trying that as well on Dark Elves. I always played with block
it depends
on
though, because you can't always guarantee where the SPP is going to end up, can you?
Yeah,
Because
of course.
sometimes, like for instance, with those 2 linemen that I've got, they were just lucky with MVPs and certain bits of SPP, which means that basically, I've ended up with a lineman being blodged before one of my splits.
Yeah, that's crazy. But but if you get 5 SPP, you can just with elves at least you can make 1 vanity part and you get the level up.
Why is HH Drama place 9? He's a fairly good player, right?
Yeah, I think it's just Wood Elves, isn't it? It's one of them things. I think he had some unlucky games. The trouble is you either win by loads or lose your entire team, don't you? It's one of the two.
Yeah, true. Sean can relate to that, right? Sean, is it there?
I think you would have trash talked all the time if you were there.
Yeah, probably. Oh, too bad.
Okay, so we were just talking about who's going to go to the 2nd tier in our ladder next season. Yeah, you are going as well.
Yeah, I'm tier 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means I don't have to play that scrub, Shawnee, so it's alright.
Yeah, I think we can go to Division 2, right?
Yeah, exactly. We already talked about tier 1 so when you joined, so let's go to tier 2 now. Open it up as well. Oh yeah, we had Runon with Cook by the Cooks, Haydog, Muppet Pac-Man and J-Dub being supposed to play in the 2nd tier next season. I think there won't be any changes, right? I don't think so. And I think... Did someone join later on? I think Haydog and Muppet Pac-Man joined later, right? Or J-Dub? I don't really recall, but this is also one of the divisions where the later...
I think J-Dub joined later, yeah.
Yeah, that's also... And Haydog also... Didn't Haydog join later? I think you also joined later.
Yeah, very possible.
Yeah, and there's also one example how the later sign-ups did pretty well in the season, in the division.
Yeah, I was quite surprised with, I think it was Skuramezzo came into my division quite late and did reasonably well considering.
He plays really, really good.
He did reasonably well.
Earlier, I said he's probably one of the favorites to move up. Oh, food is here. Okay. I hope you don't mind if I eat something. I haven't eaten today.
I had to eat earlier, I understand. Eat.
So, okay, let's talk about the next division, I guess.
Sounds good.
Actually, I wanted to say something about Runon's team.
Ah, yeah.
Because his team is better developed than the team of... who was it? Of the coach. The coach is in tier 1. I think you're right. The team from the coach is really not very well developed.
Yeah, he didn't get the lucky.
No, the thing
level ups, I
is
guess.
with Lizardmen is if you're not lucky enough to get a few Saurus MVPs, then you
Yes, right.
can
True.
really end up in a.
And still,
really
it's funny that the coach made it to first place and Runon is third.
But to be fair, he nearly made it to first, and also there was one match he got a loss because we had a miscommunication between Simon and me.
Right, true.
So actually, that could have
Runon
been.
Doesn't deserve to be in the second tier actually.
Yeah, well, we don't know if he had won that match, but still he had the
true.
chance to. Yeah, that was just. He didn't post in the forum. He told Seomon if he could have a delay on the weekly confirmation. And Seomon didn't tell me, so I just confirmed the match when we confirmed the whole week. So, yeah, it was a little bit too late. If you guys have anything that needs to be known to the admins and you you should always write it in the forum.
Yeah.
So if you want a delay, it needs to be
it's
in
there
the
for all
forum.
to see as well, then, isn't it? In a lot of respects, everybody can see that there's it's
exactly,
all done, so
and
there's no arguments then that you have or haven't done it because everybody can see that you have.
Yeah, true. Because we're looking at the forum anyway when we're confirming the matches, so might as well write it in there just to be sure.
you have to write it in there. If you want a delay, you have to write to one admin at least, and you have to write it into the forum. It's absolutely necessary, and you have to talk to your opponent. So if he doesn't want to delay, then then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Also, we only make delays of weekly confirmation if no one else is playing. So if someone in of the matchups in the next week only can play on Monday, we can't just delay till Tuesday, because then the other guy would miss a match. So that's another thing.
Yeah, we might. I mean, let's better not try to delay till Monday.
Yeah, it should be a rare case of delaying the confirmation, but we are up to it if people absolutely want to play and organize it themselves.
If they really don't find any other day in this week, yeah, okay. Or if they're away for a week, like exactly 1 week, then I can understand, then we can do it. But if people are like on Friday, well, maybe I should look for my opponent. Well, that doesn't really go well with me.
Yeah. So what we are saying is, if you arrange your matches, do it early, really, really early. You have everyone of your division. You can look up the schedule against whom you are playing in the upcoming weeks, and you can always talk to them in the week before. So there is absolutely no reason to delay the matchmaking with your opponent. And you're free to use Steam chat, and you can also use the forum to arrange your matches. What we want you to do is to write down the time when you actually play your match into the forum. So everyone who has interest can watch your match as well. So yeah, just that would be nice if you could do that.
Let's talk about, I think, H-Dog? How do you say that? H-Dog?
H-Dog. I think so. I don't know. But
dwarf players? Do we really want to talk about dwarf players?
No, not really. Just about H-Dog, because I think H-Dog is...
dwarfs, not much to say. Did a cage, tried to move it up the field slowly.
But H-Dog is a really good player as well, as far as I heard. He might...
Yeah, we have a lot of good players, and we will get a lot of other good coaches next season who will join in the lower brackets. That will be really tough there.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's really probably a contender for the first tier as well.
Yeah, dwarves are always strong, so yeah.
Muppet is also a good player, I think.
Yeah, he's a really
Well,
good
I don't
record.
really know him.
To be fair, to not lose a lot to elves and rats and stuff like that with dwarfs, you do have to be good.
Yeah, true, because
Yeah,
of the
that's
movement, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing how conscious you have to be of the entire field when you're playing dwarfs. You have to make sure that everywhere you want to go, you can actually go.
True. I mean,
Which is why I hate them.
they're really strong at the beginning, but you also have to be fairly skilled to really use them to their potential.
Well, they really stay pretty long, really good, even in like 1600 team value, they're still very strong. So yeah.
Cheat Up is, I think Cheat Up is a fairly new player, right?
Get up! You're in the stream chat. Say something.
Yeah. You're fairly new because I remember Minerazel told me you're really learning fast.
Yeah, we had quite a lot of people coming into the league later on, and he was one of them, I guess. So yeah, you can see from the standing that he did pretty well. So with having not so many games to play, he still made it to the 6th place. Oh yeah, that's impressive.
Well, then he lost only one game, which is really nice with a new team.
Yeah, it's by the way, it's the same with Muppet Pac-Man, who also came later in. As far as I remember, he lost one and had 3 draws and 1 win or something, or 3 wins. I don't really remember, but it was also pretty good there. You played tabletop. Yeah. That
Any tabletop player will be good.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's talk about the next division.
Okay.
So that's your division. Just tell us a little bit about your impression.
My division.
True. Don Eagle is a really good player. I think he made like no mistake when I played him.
We're talking about the 2nd tier right now. So Bearded, Tony,
Second?
Halo. Yeah, we already talked about the 1st tier.
Yes, I'm at the 3rd tier, right?
No, yeah, 3rd division.
Oh, yeah, 3rd division.
Yeah, but we already talked about Don Eagle and you.
Right. Still, I haven't talked. I didn't give my personal impression on him. Yeah. Just wanted to say that he really plays well, and he deserves to be 1st place, I think. Bearded Narwhal. Actually, not to be unfair, but I felt like it was one of the easiest games for me. But maybe that's because the tree was so fucking useless in this game, and I got 1 or 2 casualties. You know, playing uphill is always hard.
Yeah, when a match starts like this, you always kind of tend to.
I'm an elf player. I know what losing players is all about. Happens every game. Trouble is I think the good thing about playing elves and races, particularly wood elves, is it does make you realise what you can do with only a few players. Like, you get better at playing with less people on the pitch, which is a good thing, really, because if it happens when you're playing Bash, you tend to understand how to cover the field a bit better.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but my point was that if you get a good start ahead on an opponent, it's hard to say how good he is, because you tend to underrate his skills, because everything went smoothly.
Also, dice.
That's exactly what I was trying to say there.
And also, what might have been quite a good idea had he not rolled the 1 in 12-9-6 or whatever, which left him totally open. Sometimes that first move, if it doesn't go right, it's kind of screws up quite a lot. And I think even good players can sometimes fall foul of bad dice in situations where you think it's easy, but in some respects, it's also dice that have caused it.
Yeah, we had a funny anecdote in Division 4 where Sage lost his only match against Dwarves just because he tried to serve someone in the last turn, and he had
And the thing is yeah, you can make mistakes that seem like a good idea at the time, and then you realise quite what it is that you've done, and you're like, oh,
yes.
no. The trouble is you have to be, in so many games, particularly against better coaches, you have to be so controlled in what you do, because any opening they will take advantage of.
That's right. So, someone tell us about the other ones, if you want to.
Yeah. Tony plays poorly. I mean, he plays Bretonians, and I don't know, I just, like, barely ever lose against Bretonians, and I mean, it's known that they're the worst race, right? But Tony played pretty well. I think I still won against him, but yeah, he played them really well. Inktar. That might be one of the games I've lost.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't really remember that.
Inktar came to our league as well later on in the season, so yeah, that's pretty impressive. He's one of the German community members.
Very well as well. Yeah.
He's one of the German community members, and yeah, you could see 4 wins, 4 losses. That's pretty good for someone who took over some losses, obviously from his former coach who he replaced.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the Lizard Man surprised everyone by beating the shit out of.
Yeah, I lost 3-0 against him. Man.
Yeah, and also he's a new player. It was really funny to watch.
Gosh.
We had a good laugh.
I have to say to my defense, the dice were horrible. But I think he played well.
I don't think he diced you, actually, but okay.
Yeah, he definitely diced me. Man, look at the replay. It was so
I did.
bad. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, how do you think will they do in the upcoming season in the 2nd tier?
I think Cole Maestro's team isn't quite developed enough to make it to this 1st tier next season. But you know, I mean, he beat me 3-0. Maybe I didn't get as much of a dicing as I think or hope it was. Maybe he can surprise us all. I don't know. I would say that's tough. I feel like my division wasn't that strong. I think Bearded Narwhal, if my impression was wrong, Bearded Narwhal definitely can make it to the 1st tier. Tony is a strong player, but I think with Bretonians, I don't think you've got a shot with Bretonians.
The trouble is you need stat ups on them to get any kind of anything good, really, or doubles and stuff like that. So it means that you rely on quite good rolls to make the team good.
I think Bretonians are underrated. I think they're pretty decent. I mean, the problem with Bretonians is the development of the team
exactly,
in the long term.
Once they get past about 1200, 1300 2D, unless you've got doubles and some stat ups, they're just kind of useless.
Yeah, the doubles are really needed. The stat-ups I'm not so concerned of, actually, in the team. They have pretty decent movement on most of the guys. And Dauntless helps a lot, obviously.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the point is that the Blitzers need the doubles to get Mighty Blow and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. But what can you do? It's just...
you can hope that you today low enough TV that you get our Lord and Saviour Griff every game.
Yep.
Because if you get Griff, they can't do anything about it. Griff is unstoppable.
I think MC Hammer is a really strong player as well. He tied me in our game, and he came into the league later on. He's playing Dark Elves. Oh man, another Dark Elf. But his team value is really, really low. I don't know what happened there. Did he play so few games?
I don't know, that was your division.
Yeah, 2-2-1. He played 5 games actually. But his
yeah, guys, get it now. I just told. If you want to play, Norse next season, we have a extra post where you can apply for playing Norse, because we need to invite you before and set up the league.
Wait a minute. You're banking on the fact that no Norse will actually be delivered. Let's not Let's not think that it might actually happen.
Well, I think they released a specific date now, so I doubt that they will delay it any longer.
Yeah, but you never know, right?
So, yeah, but in case people want to, if you want to play North, and we expect it to be released on 3rd, so our league will start on 2nd. So if you want to play North, you need to write it into the post, and make your team already in.
Put a team into the division, please.
Accept the ticket. Make a team that you would play in case you don't get.
Make a Bretonian team, and then everyone knows you're not seriously entering one.
No. So seriously, if you want North, make a team that you want to play if you don't get North, right? So apply with this to the league. Accept your ticket. And once North is coming out, we allow you to replace a team that you have in the league with the North team you made then. Yeah. So you have to. So one requirement is that you don't play a match. So if you played your match with the team you put into the league, then you won't get a chance to play North. So if you want to play North, write into the forum.
Yeah, and it has to be first week.
Yeah, accept your ticket, and then we can change your old team to North. Okay.
You want to go into the 3rd division now?
Pause. Yes.
Okay.
That was 3rd. We go to the 4th division now. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So.
Yeah, my division is really strong. As far as I could tell, from my experience, so I pretty much all the time was contested by Johnny till the last week, and I barely made it. I beat Johnny, so if we went straight to the same result, I would have been above him because I beat him, but it was really tough. And the actual player on the 6th spot will be Mighty Radical, actually, because he will get one free win this week and replace Keen. So the guys who get into 2nd tier will be Mighty Radical, Zeus, Johnny Fayev, and Gloak. And Gloak and Johnny both played humans, and they both were pretty good. I can tell. So I beat Johnny very early in the matches, 4-0 actually, because I really diced him. But Gloak's team is really scary. I don't know if you just opened it.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Oh, what was the name again?
Yeah, I messed up the. Johnny just said word of advice: don't play Azure at 5 a.m. his time. So I actually messed up the time zones completely, and I didn't want to reschedule and wanted to play against him. So I just woke up early in the morning at like 4 a.m. and then played against him. And it started with an injury first block and a KO second block, and it ended up having half his team on his injured. And it was like 4-0, I think. Yeah.
Look at the block ogre.
Guard
ogre.
It was guard ogre, and
mighty blow.
Yeah, that's actually Gloak's team, right?
Yeah.
You're just watching. Yeah, Gloak's team is so good. I was really scared. I really misplayed a bit. It actually should have been two scores on each side, but I messed up. Made a pass in the turn, and he had an intercept and got the 3-1 on me. So I'm fine with that. That match didn't really matter to me because I already was 2nd place for sure. But still, yeah, I wanted to farm a little bit more SPP there. Didn't happen. But his team is really good. I think this is one of the strongest teams in the 2nd tier.
Yeah,
I'm talking
definitely.
about
Definitely their
Gloak's
favorite
humans right now. Yeah, and he has he could have a little bit more. I don't know what he could have a little bit more. It's so good. It's his team. It's really good.
Let me look at Johnny Fayev's team for comparison.
Yeah. To be fair, I didn't check Johnny's team recently because I didn't have to play against him anymore.
Oh, look at this team. It's so much worse than the other. It's fine. It's a good team, I guess.
No, it's really good as well, especially his rower who has already agility. So yeah, it's both teams have their advantage. Both teams have their advantage. I would give it a little bit more to Glork's team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Glork's team is a little bit stronger, but
just
nice.
team development wise. So I'm not talking about coach skill here.
Oh yeah, of course, me neither.
So Glork is a really new player, and he did really well. And he drawed against Sage actually. So yeah, I was really impressed with his performance this season. And he could have been second as well. So everything was open in my division. It was really tough competition there. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay.
As we already said, we will talk about Tier 3 later in the upcoming weeks, because we can't really tell too much about it. Too many new coaches are joining us, and we don't know yet who's going to be in which division. But we will see soon. We will start inviting, I guess, tomorrow. When we make the divisions, we would as well talk about the tier names, how we will call them, and yeah, that's about what's going to happen tonight and tomorrow. Yeah, do you want to talk about favorites? What do you think who will get first in Division 1, in Tier 1 next season?
In Tier 1?
Yeah.
Except of me?
I
think,
yeah,
well, honestly, I think you're one of the favorites in my mind.
Yeah, okay.
Warboss, Zodgrot probably is one of the favorites, and I think...
Yeah, I would have said Sage at first, so I don't even know why you count me in there.
But Sage is playing Widow, isn't he?
No, he's playing Reds, yeah, but still.
Actually,
Sage.
I don't think I don't favor Sage as much, because...
Oh, you don't? Okay,
No.
I still do. But I'm a bit of a fanboy, so that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, obviously he's a very strong player. No one can deny that. But on the other hand, I think everyone here is. Everyone in the first tier is.
Mm.
And I think his team is just one of the less developed teams. In the
Yeah,
first.
well, it's Red bullshit is even stronger than Elf bullshit, I guess. So, I still think that he's.
The thing is
probably
if he can hold together with positionals, he doesn't lose positionals, and he just loses line rats, then his life will be fine.
I feel like Reds aren't that strong.
They are very strong.
Yeah, they're super
They
strong.
are incredibly strong.
I think very high win
They
percentage
can be
against
played.
them.
They can be played like to a point where they're almost done. Like you can't do anything about it. They can score all over you all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna see next season.
Yeah, one thing that makes it a little bit harder for him is that we have so many agility teams on in that specific division that probably many people will get a lot of tackle.
Mm.
So that may make it a little bit harder for him to keep his gutter runners alive, but still it's so easy to play with few reds against more people. So yeah, I think he has a really good shot.
Mm-hmm.
And beside that,
I just want to say, last favorite, I think Don Eagle. I think Don Eagle is my third favorite, or fourth if you want to count Sage in. Yeah.
Don Eagle is the Lizard team, right? No, it's like coach. Okay, Don Eagle. Wait, I just messed up the teams, I guess. Which division is this? It's second division, right?
What? No, sir.
third. So that's the one. Yeah, of course you say it because we played against them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can only tell from this one game I played against him. I feel like he played really flawless and.
Yeah, well, I think he has the best team at least. So I can't really tell about his skill as a coach. I expect him to be pretty good. So
see you, Johnny.
Yeah. So yeah, that's probably one of the favorites, I guess. Yes.
All three Dark Elf teams, man. I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you play Chaos, you hate every team, I guess.
True. No, I like Skaven. They're so easy to kill.
Okay.
And
so,
what every other else.
What do we want to talk now? So, there's one other thing that stands in the room, and that's, do we want to use Stats Grabber in our league?
Oh yeah, right. We'd like to have some response on that from you guys.
So maybe you give us some feedback from the chat. Are you familiar with Stats Grabber? I can. It's a program that
grabs stats.
That grabs stats and gives some insight into the roles and stuff.
It uploads the replays and then it takes all the stats and you can see everything that happened in this game and everything what happened for the team, and it filters it. Are you familiar with the program, Scooter?
No, I'm not. I don't. To be fair, I've not even used Ones and Skulls or anything like that. It's too painful after some games to find out exactly how bad it was when I know how bad it was.
Yeah, me neither. Also, I think it's not that
really
accurate.
Do I need to be told how many double skulls it was? Four. That's how many it was.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not a big fan of it because I think everyone has to use it to be really accurate. If you want to get the real statistics of the whole league, and
is there any way you can do it from? Can you not take stats from the league and upload them to Stats Grabber? Does everybody have to upload their games, or could you not just take it from the league straight away?
No, unfortunately not.
Oh,
that's why we have to talk about it. Right now, it's only possible if every single player uses it.
Yeah, because what I was going to say as well is also the stats become kind of null and void if you don't have everybody involved in doing it.
Exactly.
Because otherwise you're not showing an overall picture, are you? So it kind of, I mean, it's nice to have stats for individual matches, I suppose. People could look at them and see how a player did or what the plays were and that kind of business. I suppose it works anyway, doesn't it? But it's if you've got holes in the data, then,
Yeah, exactly. And
it'd be nice if you could pull it from the whole league itself, and then you could almost do it all yourself and show all the stats of what you wanted to show.
Yeah, I think that's not possible right now because you can just grab the stats for the whole league from your own computer. You just have everyone to upload it, and I think that's a problem. You need everyone to use it, and I don't want people to force using a program that they don't want to use.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, isn't it? A lot of people just don't have the time sometimes to do simple little things like that. So.
Yeah, it's one extra thing that's really necessary to for the league, I guess. And if I use if I really want to know how if I got dice, for example, then I use how it's called, skulls and ones, I guess. How it's called?
Ones and skulls.
Ones and skulls, yeah. Right, so that helps a lot as well.
But the thing is like I said before, with all of those kind of statistics, it's like you kind of know where you made your mistakes and you know where the dice went wrong and you know how if it would have been. So, I mean, really, it's, you could argue that the stats for the entire game don't always show that it was the two sets of dice on those two turns that you needed to just be something better than that screwed your entire game. Do you know?
Exactly.
So
it's not always
it doesn't always show you exactly what the situation was, does it? I suppose.
Yeah, not every one you roll is important. Just
and also, like
once...
Muppets just said in the chat, I looked at Wands and Skulls, and it can if you don't sort of really analyze it, it can be very confusing.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
that's true. Yeah, but it's the same with StatScrapper. The difference between StatScrapper and what makes it interesting to use is that it really uploads the replay of your match, so other people have access to it and can watch it in the in-game client. So you can usually you only have access to other people's reviews for about 10 days, I think. And after that, you have to send people the file to so they can review it. Yeah, but still, I'm not really convinced that it's really necessary, especially because we have so many streamers who also stream the match, and you can review the match in the Twitch channel.
yeah, I've got to turn on
right?
mode VODs. I keep forgetting to turn VODs on every time.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really sure.
Wait a second.
Guys...
The markets are open. Do the markets work?
The markets work. In theory, we won't open them. So the problem with markets is no, we won't.
Okay.
It can be abused, and it's not really worth doing it actually. So I don't know who actually had a few thoughts about the market, but the market actually is something where you can put in your players that you don't want to have anymore, and you want money for them actually. So that's one thing. I don't even know the concept why Cynet did implement this, because who is going to assume that you will have like 400,000? So someone is selling his agility witch to you, right? No one does that, and no one sums up that kind of money that it would be worth for someone to sell his player. So it doesn't really make sense at all. I don't think it's thought through on part of Cyanide to implement that feature at all. In theory, it works. I tested it out in a private league. I just opened up a league for that to test it, but it doesn't make sense at all. So
yeah, right. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Like said, no one wants to sell the good players. No one wants to buy bad ones.
No, and you know.
I mean, let's look at Shawnee. If he wants to sell his strength for War Dancer, for example, who has agility 3, that would be an option for him. But why would? I mean, I could even get that someone wants.
But
to
surely you can't sell a War Dancer to an Orc team, can you? So.
No, but we have other.
Yeah,
other
you can't. I know, but you're still. It's still when the market's open. You're still a very limited amount of people that can buy that player.
Yeah, and what happens is rather that someone puts in a player and the other one buys it for 0. So, for example, I just bought a witch. I have one spare player I want to get rid of. It's the end of the season. Someone asks me if he can get a player for free, and I will put him in for 0 money, and he will buy it for 0 money. And that's kind of the thing we don't want to have. So the market is really shitty, actually. So yeah, yeah. So that's to the question. That won't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm assuming there's no way you'd be able to check what that player was sold for.
Right.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean.
I mean, if you had a strength for War Dancer, you would actually have to sell it. If you wanted the real value out of him, and you wanted a stadium upgrade to, let's say, stadium level 4, then you actually would need to get like 400,000 for him to make sense. But no one has that much of money on his account, so yeah, I don't even know why it's there. It just doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, I think also one of the things is you can only purchase Chaos players when you're playing Chaos.
Yeah,
You
but
can
still,
Yeah,
own
that's
it's
what
like
I'm saying. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a limited market that you could even purchase
Yeah.
in the first place, isn't it? So it's not
yeah.
even worth. It's not
Right.
worthwhile because, and
There's
particularly,
like 3
um,
chaos. I mean, with the Dark Elf, it's a different thing. There could be some
Let's
bias in sellers, but
well, let's say yeah, but for example, this can be abused because if I let's stick to my example where I want to sell my rookie 0 SPP lineman because I just have 13 players and I only want 12, and someone has a need to get a new lineman, then it's not like you get rid of the money, but rather you give the money from one player to the other, and that's not what we want to. So yeah, so no, won't happen.
no, we couldn't do that. We can't give you guys money. Unfortunately, it would be cool if you could, like, give money
That would be
away.
horrible.
Okay, wanna watch a replay?
Yes, let's do that. So, Scooter, did you choose any replay you wanted to watch? Or,
yes. If you hold on 1 moment, I'll just grab a drink in preparation. 2 seconds.
Okay.
So I would say we do it like this. We start the stream and I just let it walk through and don't click on anything, so we can just watch. And the timer will be the same on every computer. Right? Clear one?
Sorry, what did you say?
So we don't need TeamViewer because you can just let it run. We commentate and don't make stop, and we and don't click away any delays.
Okay.
So we have always the same time.
I think it would be still better if you just open TeamViewer.
Okay, then I do that.
Scooter? Are you back?
Yes.
Do you have TeamViewer?
Do I have what?
TeamViewer.
Steam Viewer.
No, Team.
Team Viewer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch the replay from yours, can't you?
Yeah, true, but then we can't like pause and talk about stuff.
Yeah, you can. You can
Yeah.
pause when you're watching it because you're only watching a replay.
Yeah, true, but we could do things. You watch it over the stream, but there's delay, right?
Oh yeah, I suppose. Alright, okay.
Yeah, and
I
if
suppose I'll
everyone
watch
watches
as
it by
well.
itself,
I get what you mean now. 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Okay, I opened it now, so.
Okay.
yeah, I'll need a second.
So Artwork just said, I have a really good replay if you want to watch between myself and Cobra Grant. This is this from the TwitchBBL League or where's it from?
Tier 1. The Division 1, sorry. What is it?
It should be Division 2, right? Is Cobra is Division 2 as far as I know. What's your coach name? Artwork?
Scooter.
No, not you. I was talking to the Twitch chat right now.
Right, I've got the replay up.
Okay, awesome.
Right. Yeah, it obviously was snowing, so it made me very cautious about diving in anywhere and doing anything due to the GFIs being horrible.
I wrote the code into the chat, into the TeamSpeak.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, artwork. We made. Unon, that's you. Oh, awesome. Hi there. Yeah, we may watch it after this if you want to. You just want to watch a replay now with Scooter first, so he can commentate on his own match. Did this work? So
Right. I've paused at my.
okay, I'm not getting any connection to you, Simon. So.
Oh yeah. Wait a second. Hello, Killia is too fast, by the way.
No, I can't watch. I can't watch with TeamViewer. It says it's incompatible with your version for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, we need to do it the old school way. Shouldn't be too worrisome. So I just open it again. When was this match? Was it last week or?
Yeah, it's my last one. It's just the one that was freshest in my head. I didn't actually play that well, but like I say, it was due to the fact that it was snowing and I didn't want to make too many go for it and some of the positioning stuff that you would have done. And it's just I was just going to talk about some of the situations you end up in. It's when you play better players as well, how you haven't got any room to maneuver. So there's a lot of good stuff.
Nice. So yeah, I'm opening the game again, and then I'm going into that. I would say just skip to the formation stuff and pause when
I've done my formation. He's doing his.
Okay.
It's Diger that I'm playing. But obviously, I thought it's not up on the stream yet. The stream is lagging.
Yeah, I have too many programs open. I have Photoshop open, and yeah, you know that takes a lot of resources.
Close Photoshop.
Yeah, I do. Man, it takes forever. Sorry about that. Okay.
So it was real Scooter Elves against Johnny Jolly Gemsters, or which was this?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Johnny Jolly Gemsters.
I'm starting the replay now. Like I'm loading the replay now.
But yeah, the stream's a bit laggy.
Yeah, I just closed TeamViewer and stuff. I just closed it as well, so you should be fine if you just have the TeamSpeak and the OBS or what you're running up.
Yeah.
Yes, the stream is really lagging, so.
Yeah, I just closed everything. Oh wait, I have Discord open. You can close that as well.
Frames overboard.
Yeah, Mazuk. His last match, yes. Give me some time. I don't have an SSD, so it takes a while. The stuff is loaded up.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, because there's so many people talking about their games, we have a section in the forum about it's called Replays of the TwitchBBL. If you have a great game, we'd really love you to just post something into this topic. It's really helping with the stream as well, because I mean, if you're writing there, we're gonna most likely watch it, and maybe if it's good, we can bring it up in the state of the league, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan. So yeah, we get a feedback from the community, so we can review some matches. It's not like we do it randomly. Oh, you got a blitz first. Okay, that's nice. Okay, I'm stopping you right now. So tell us a little bit about the matchup here. We see some skills. Yeah, go on. sorry.
Well, obviously I've got pretty much, as he's got no tackle and I've got quite a lot of blodge, I was sort of reasonably comfortable with the situation as it started. But yeah, it does unfold to be quite bad. For me, it was one of those things where I was so worried about overextending that I was sort of, because I didn't want to lose players, and I wanted to try and be able to defend and survive it with a good chance, and I did have a good chance twice, and it just all went to shit. It's quite a funny match because it's just one of them things where like every possible chance I had went wrong. It's just like,
Okay.
It's just hilarious. It's just like brilliant. Thanks very much. Cheers for that. And yeah,
so
I get the blitz to start off with, obviously, which is quite nice, but I'm worried about overcommitting because one, obviously, it's snowing and I'm just concerned that if I do go for it, so I do something and anything goes wrong, I'm not going to re-roll it. So it's like, I just wanted to also make sure that I don't put myself in too much of a position where I'm going to get like railroaded by him. But what's quite good is at first it all works out quite well. I managed to force him to score.
Oh man.
And
blitz.
So
yeah, make a pause, Simon, when you're ready. We're just talking about.
Okay, he's making the first blitz, by the way.
Yeah, we always established that.
No, he's making his first blitz on my screen. I assume you're watching on your Blood account.
So yeah. What I'm trying to do here is obviously make sure that you know I don't overextend, but I block him off a little bit and make him go down one particular route.
Do you see where I am right now?
Yeah.
Can you get there? So we can
but
start
the problem is we can't see it because there's delay in the stream and we won't
but you should be able to see it now.
Yeah, I can see it now. So, yeah, so at this point I was just...
Hello?
Yeah, what?
No, I just thought, did Scooter lose connection here?
Somebody came in and asked me a question.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I got the blitz, so I decided I'd just make one block and try and put a safe, reasonable screen in, so that there's nothing. Nice, Shawnee. But yeah, just to make a reasonable screen and sort of keep it fairly safe. So if you just play it to that point, then after I finish my blitz, because at the moment you're still paused.
Yeah. Are you all at the same spot?
No, I'm a little bit further ahead. Just
okay, you just jump.
Let's just done. Okay. So and make a pause and then we can go on together.
Okay, where?
Yeah, just get to me. It's basically go to my blitz, which you've done. Play that.
And then pause.
Okay.
And then pause for his first few blocks.
Yeah. So were you scared of getting losing players against this chaos team?
Yeah, because.
Oh, guys, can we first get on the same page with the replay?
Yeah, as just told you.
That's what I was giving you time to do. So, yeah, I don't really get anything on the blitz, but obviously then try to remain safe and sort of not overcommit. But I didn't want to do any, let's say, go for it, because it's a pain in the.
Okay, let's just start the replay now. Okay, 3.
Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any mighty blows, so he should be fairly fine.
Yeah, I wasn't too, and I've got a fair bit of blodge, so I wasn't too worried about losing players. But that does happen.
Yeah, true.
And it eventually happens. But yeah, it's I was concerned about overcommitting to basing him too much as well, because giving him too many blocks was probably just asking for trouble. So I thought I'd try and screen off a bit, keep my armor 7 back so that they can pounce if he messes up getting the ball. But
Yeah.
You didn't dodge out here. Was this intended, or did you?
He can't.
Can't
Can't
leave people that are based, can you? But yeah, on his first blocks, he gets.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I get what you mean.
Basically a stun, and
2 stuns.
Gets the ball, gets 2 stuns, yeah, and then obviously leaves me in a position where I'm already a bit worried now, thinking that's a couple of armor breaks, and I'm sort of not. It's one of those things. As soon as you start to lose that ability to put them in a screen, but I thought I could still probably get the ball off of him if I just screened off in front here.
Okay.
So yeah, I just basically wanted to make sure that I'd kind of stopped him really going anywhere or doing anything.
Ah, I see. Yeah, you wanted you're just trying to screen him here.
Yeah,
make
just
it a
to
little
screen
bit
him,
safe.
because I can't fight him really, because if I do, then look what happens. Your armor gets busted.
Yeah, I think you're a little bit too scared there. I think you
No,
can
but
do a
it
little
was
bit
just
more.
it was just to basically give myself as much of a bit of safety so that he didn't go anywhere, so I could get those stuns back and start to do something. Because with those 2 players stunned, it means that I wanted to just give myself a bit of breathing space so that I could try and get some, and I get a stun myself. So, yeah, I wanted to try and give myself a bit of breathing space and maybe force him to base me a little bit.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's always an advantage when he bases you, right, instead of you basing him.
Because I could always dodge out if I wanted to.
True.
So it's not too much of an issue.
Do you recall who got the coin toss in the first place?
Who got there?
The coin toss.
It was him. He won it. So
he decided to play himself on the in the
yeah, he decided
weather.
to receive. So obviously.
Okay. What's your
But to
point
be
on
fair,
that?
I prefer to defend first anyway. So
Yeah,
particularly with elves, because at least you've got 11 elves to defend with.
That would have been my next question. Yes.
Oh, nice. First KO. That's pretty neat. Second turn.
Yeah, but still he's basing now, so I think the player he moved afterwards is Shohan's guy. That might have been the guard guy.
Yeah.
He wanted to make it a little bit more safe there. Okay.
It's the KO was nice, and it's kind of one of those things. All I wanted to do was slow his progress, so that if I can get him to make some kind of positional mistake, then I can maybe capitalize on it. But I can't remember perfectly, but there's a point in this half where I get a bit bashed up, but I make him score, because I don't survive this half with 11 players, I don't think, with 11 players in the team.
Yeah, so he has this agility 4 Chaos Warrior, pretty beastly in the future of the team development, I guess.
Actually, I'm not a big fan of agility for Chaos Warrior.
No, I'm not either. I prefer not to do it. But I did it once, and I realised that because they're movement 5, it doesn't really make a lot of difference. It's nice if you can get.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's true. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you're on a chaos team though, and you haven't got a ball handler, then why not?
I mean, having one agility 4 is always nice, I guess. So I don't know if I would take it. I think I would. Maybe sell them later.
And so, obviously, when he double fails that dodge, I thought to myself that I can now put myself in a quite good position to maybe steal the ball off of him. But at least sort of then stall his progress a bit more as well.
Yeah, I think you should have put this catcher somewhere on top.
I think this works out all right, And then I think it goes wrong after this.
Because right now I feel like he's in a pretty confident position. He can just slowly crawl forward.
He can do, and then all I was trying to do is avoid sort of being in a situation where I take too many blocks, basically, and but at the same time try and shut off as much of the field to him as possible so he can't move anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's actually not the worst position you are in right now, because he's pretty rushing forward, and if you can make him score on the next 2 turns, then you have a pretty good shot at making your own touchdown.
Well, I only need 2 turns to score, so
right.
I do end up forcing him to score with giving me 2 turns left.
So, giving full disclosure here, we didn't watch the match beforehand, so that's the first time I watched this.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is I realised once he was going down there, down this side, that I might get a chance for a couple of serves. And if I play it right, but and obviously, still thinking about the amount of blodge that I've got. If I can make him score early and give myself a decent chance in the next half, I could probably weather the storm, even if I have to defend after scoring early, to make it 2-1.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I think scoring early you should try.
No, but it's one of those things when you give elves against Bash, sometimes it's like, do I want to take all of these blocks, risk dodging out, and end up in just as bad a position, really, or just score and try and defend again,
Yeah, exactly. I
would fight a little bit harder, because he's already 1 guy short. So it gives you a little bit of an advantage.
And at the moment, it seems like I'm going to do okay.
Well, I think it's fine if you.
Yeah, and at the moment it seems like I'm going to do okay, and for these few turns, it's all good. Basically, the first half actually goes quite well for me defensively until about turn 6. Just before, obviously, he scores on his turn 7, so he leaves me. But obviously, defensively, I kind of do what I have to do, so that all kind of works out. It's just that then afterwards it goes wrong. Really, really wrong.
Yeah, I think it's. I think you should actually, with elves, not be in contact with chaos at all if you can manage to do it.
Exactly. If you can avoid taking blocks, and if you can make sure that if you do have to take blocks, it's more likely to leave blodgers. But obviously, for bash teams like this, if you leave them a load of blocks, you're playing the game they want to play, not the game you want to play. So all I'm trying to do is make sure that I've got a decent enough screen so they have to go down this side, which is good for me because they pile all down this side. But to be fair to Duggar, he does a very good play to be able to score.
Yeah, I think he plays very well.
He does play very well, yeah. I mean, I got some shitty dice at the wrong time, but
I liked his first play. This play he did, like, I think 2nd or 3rd turn, where he handed off to the Chaos Warrior and moved very boldly forward. I think that was a pretty nice move.
Yes, but he knew that I'd already gone sort of towards that side, so in some respects I was baiting him down that side, but he did quite well to get down it as cleanly as he did, sort of without.
I felt like it was more a win for him.
I think the point here is in turn 6, I guess, on the scooter, that that he's basing a lot right now, and I feel like if you base that much, you need to go in. You need to have a chance at least to get to the ball somehow. So, and if you if you don't get the chance to get to the ball, then you shouldn't base at all.
No.
In my opinion. So that's really aggressive that he played there. I mean, if there was one double skull or double down or something, this could have been gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, and the thing is obviously that's what I'm sort of. But I'm at least, I'm trying to give him limited blocks. But most of my players have got block, and he hasn't. So a lot of the blocks are more favourable to me than they are to him.
Yeah.
So it's I'm trying to be as defensive, but obviously at the same time, you can't leave him in a position where he could block his way down a certain side or something like that. So I do manage to kind of make him do what I want him to do, which is score next turn.
I think you shouldn't have scored there.
No, the thing is, he had to because he was going to. At some,
right.
there's nothing he could have done. He had to score, and I think he did very well to score that in the way that he did, because I did all I could to push that Chaos Warrior as far back as possible.
Yeah, and it's still you have to keep in mind that the weather condition is really bad for you.
Yeah, exactly. I
can't
can't make the go
strokes.
for it's that I want to make normally that are a little bit safer.
Exactly.
You know, the whole game revolves around me not really being able to use my movement to its fullest potential. So, like, you know, sometimes I would make go for it and not really worry too much, but I want to conserve my rerolls because I know I'm going to be making more blocks than go for it. So.
Yeah, a 2-turn touchdown in this situation is way. It's way better for him to let you try it, I guess.
Yeah.
Than usually. So yeah, I can see that.
And because I can't make go for it to totally get out of his. You know,
Yeah, and also if the ball lands really far behind, you can't even throw it.
I can't make go for it to make passes shorter. I can't do, you know, go for it to make the distance that the catcher goes further. It sort of limits me quite a lot.
And you can only make short passes in this weather.
Yeah, exactly. So my game gets limited a lot more by the snow than his, really. But yeah,
exactly.
He scores. He obviously then he scores. But this is where everything goes utterly wrong. It looks all right and starts off well, and then it's just like, oh, really. And my thinking at the time, and I now look back and think, well, maybe I should have just done something different. But
well, I think there's always things that will be better.
Yeah, it's just that. But it's just that the situation is I don't know. I think I could have done a lot better, but. I still don't think that the way I went about it was ultra risky. I think it was still fairly safe. It's just that the dice went wrong for me at a really bad time. And like...
Yeah, this was good for me so far. It's the second time.
Yeah, because obviously I get the ball where I want to get it. I get, you know, I get sort of reasonably safe down the edge.
Exactly.
And it's all good. I'm quite happy with the position I end up in at the end of this turn. I'm like, yeah, you know, I think everything's going to be fine. And then you make this really bad decision.
Okay, we will see in a second, I guess.
But is it? This is the thing.
Oh my god. Oh man. Oh my god.
So obviously I need to... I'm sort of in a position now where I need to be able to break through the sort of reasonable screen that he's put through, but it doesn't look that hard. You know, it's like I'm thinking to myself, it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
Right, and then
I don't know, 80% chance to make this.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened to Sage in his turn 8 when he tried to serve someone.
And like basically, I then decide to make the block to free up the block.
Yeah.
The block blitzer to be able to block the beastman out of the way after I've blocked the chaos warrior, and then I should be able to dodge through quite easily. But I get double scrolls into that, and it's like, right, okay.
Can we stop at the start of the next?
Okay.
When everything is set up, so when the next turn starts, turn 9 directly.
Alright.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, the first guy is running right now.
Because obviously now I'm in a position where, rather than me wanting to delay in the second half and sort of, you know, play it a bit easy, I need to go for the 2-turn touchdown again to have any chance of really winning, because I've got to try and get the ball off him again.
Yeah, so, sure. Did you need the win there? Did it make any difference for you in the standings?
No, it was win or loss wasn't going to make any difference. So, but I wanted to go for the win because it's
Prestige and
prestige,
fame.
isn't it? But yeah, and obviously there's I've kind of set myself up for the fall here, do you know? So once he gets the really good kick, I know that I've set myself up for the fall, and once he gets perfect defense, I know that I'm just right, okay. So I'm really worried at this point, thinking, because he's got all of this perfect defense and all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to get the ball, am I? I'm just going to walk up there with my thrower, and he's going to drop it. He's going to double one it, and I'm going to be screwed. But thankfully, I recover from it quite well.
Okay, can we go?
Yeah, go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Because obviously he gets his perfect defense, and then I am worried that this ball over here by the edge is either going to go out or do something.
By now, I would be like, oh my god, more than a draw will probably not happen, right?
Put up a bit of a screen and just because I can't go for it again. This is the other
thing.
Go for it can't, and it's difficult to position when you can't at least do 1 or 2 go for it with a couple of people maybe. So I make the block, and it seems to go quite well. And then obviously,
one arm break.
Get the armor break.
Gets the ball.
Yeah, catch it. And then obviously there's some heroics from the thrower.
It looks like a very decent position to me.
Yeah, and so considering the situation I'd started from, I was quite happy of where I ended up. I was like, okay, fair enough, that's pretty good. I'll take like everything's quite safe. Catcher's got the ball, no one's getting to him. Magic. And then obviously things start to go wrong. Stuns are good stuns, and the stuns aren't too bad for that. Yeah, I'm still concerned about how I'm going to break through, because obviously he's got strength 4, and it puts me in a position where rather than being somewhere up the field where I wanted to be, I'm back here.
Yeah, and you have to make the BFIs, right? So that's always the case.
I do quite well to engineer a way down this side to somehow give me a chance. But at this point, I'm kind of thinking to myself that a lot of it's damage reduction. I now maybe can't go for the win, and if I can get a score and maybe not lose, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But I know I've kind of got to play a bit risky to get past him, so that I can get somewhere near to scoring without him beating the living shit out of me on my way to doing it. But again, I managed to sort of get into quite a decent position, and I'm not too worried about it.
First injury.
I'm not too worried about it, because
nothing happened to him though, right?
Yeah, Northside, sorry to hear about your situation there. Yeah, we auto-resolved your matches. We would love to have you on in the next season again, if you can manage to do it.
On his next turn, things start to get a bit dark, and I start to
listen to players.
Feel the joy of losing my first player, and realizing I'm going to be men down. Can't really appo it because I fear the pain's coming, but obviously then he gets himself into quite a good position to sort of stop me scoring, and then I've then got to do some work to get out of it. Which I managed to do to get myself into another good position again, to not be too sort of open into a situation where that I can try and sort of get a bit what I want. And yeah, again, managed to engineer a pretty reasonable situation where I'm and there's the double one. So that hurts because he would have pretty much sealed it off. Like it would have been fine if he could have just not snaked.
Oh man.
But this is the thing, you know, when you're playing against sort of good players, you know, you're still sort of you're getting roughly done what you want to get done. You know, you're still getting into a relatively safe position. They've blocked you off well enough that it's difficult to get into that position, but you've got there, you know, and then it starts to do the usual chaos thing. But you know, against a lot of different players, and obviously then, no matter what, the injuries start to fly. No, there's a massive hole in it because I snaked. If I didn't snake, then there wouldn't have been such a massive hole in it. But still, you know, it's not as diabolical. So my only real option is this. And Nuffle can't give me one single 3.
Yeah, sometimes it's just supposed to be like this.
I had not really. There wasn't a lot else I could do that wasn't going to cause a turnover. So it was like, whatever happens, I've just got to go for it. And
3 injuries in 2 turns.
And then obviously it all sort of falls apart.
Yeah. Oh man.
But, you know, for all intensive purposes, you do what you can in some games, don't you? And then stuff like that happens, and you're like, well, that's it for me. It's the idea of drawing or winning right out of the window.
Yeah, but still, if you lose in the league system, it's not that bad.
No, because as I said, you're against good players, so they don't give you a lot of options. You do get put into these more difficult positions that you've got to think your way around. You know.
Exactly,
and
because of the fact that you play in the league system, you're not like out of the world championship because you just lost one match or something. So I guess that's a positive thing.
But yeah, basically, I just get wrecked after that point, and it's just at this point, I've sort of lost interest in the idea of much happening apart from losing.
Yeah, I can get that. It's so frustrating when you can't do anything.
Well, you know, difficult positions I got put in, but a slightly better dice in 2 of those positions, and I'd be 2-1 up.
Yeah, right.
By the way, Shawnee just stated accurately, I don't know how he knows that, but the prize in the TBL Division 1 is a lock of my hair.
And obviously, I then decide to throw YOLO red dice to think to myself, you know...
It's a piece of his skin, actually.
But yeah, sadly, I then decide to make that YOLO play and throw the red dice, and it kind of works out for me. But yeah, then he just systematically tears through, and just as soon as he starts getting those injuries, I've got nobody to defend with. You know,
that was a little bit of a rage dodge here.
Yeah, no. To be fair, if I could have got the ball off him, I had an opportunity to get players around and get it. It wasn't so much as a rage dodge; it was more of just that's my last opportunity to get the ball off of him before he cages up. Before he cages up and disappears up the field, and I haven't got enough elves to break it.
But you could have at least made it 1 dice against his Beastman, right?
Yeah, but I was making sure that obviously I'd got these players down here so that I could do the reasonable screen. I just wanted to leave him as the only player up there and the catcher. And then...
I know, but you would have had to make a 2 dice roll against you when you blitzed him, right? And you could have changed it to 1 dice. It's not too much effort. Do you agree that would have been the better play?
I don't know. At this point, it's pretty much coming down to luck. If you start facing him now, he gets so many blocks on you. Yeah.
True.
I mean, if you don't really need the win, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
No, and I was
have
just
so much
wary of
risk.
playing exactly. If I base him a lot, then I'm gonna basically. Yeah, and I went for him at that point because I felt if I just go for the red dice and the dodge, if he fails and I lose that blitzer for the game or whatever, then, you know, say la vie. But if he does actually end up getting knocked down and I get the catcher in for the ball, then sweet. You know.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you.
Whereas the rest of my players can then still maybe screen off, but he was always just going to beat the shit out of me because I'd run out of players.
What I really like about the Perpetual League is that you actually the standings and other stuff have an impact on your gameplay. I had my last match. I just wanted to make SPP, and I didn't care if I win or not.
No,
and
with this match particularly, I knew that I was always going to be in tier 2 no matter what.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to be any better or worse off whether I won or lost the game. What I was worried about was if, like you said, if I based him too much and played too aggressively, I was going to lose too many players. So.
Yeah, but it can change.
See that point.
Yeah, but it can change so much if you knew you needed to win that match to get into the next division,
right.
which
I think you're right, guys. I just didn't think about it.
You know, if it's a match that you absolutely have to win, and it doesn't matter so much about losing players to do it. It's one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of Perpetual League is that your inducements are way more influenced also by the standings. Especially if you know that you have to win the match, then you maybe just buy the wizard from your own money and stuff, which you wouldn't do otherwise.
Yeah, that's what the league system, or that's one of the things that the league system makes really interesting.
Get out of this game with both my catchers alive. As long as I got out of the game with both my catchers alive, I was quite happy.
I was just talking about league matches in general.
Crippled tier. Maybe we should make a crippled tier just for Scooter.
We can do that for your team after season 2.
So I can cripple all the teams there.
Your claw guy will be blitzed every single turn, I guess. It's my prediction.
Not if I can do anything against that.
Yeah, you can't. You're chaos.
Yeah, blah blah blah. I can't.
But no, I think you're right. Sometimes towards the end of the league, I was also thinking to myself, if you put yourself in a position where you're just going to lose all of the good SPP that you've got in all of these players, you may as well give up. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Shawnee should have considered that in this last match. But yeah, the greed, Shawnee, the greed. Okay, guys, awesome match. Thanks for commenting.
You want to wrap it up already?
But sometimes it's like I say, it's those 2 points in the match where you look back and you go, if I could have scored those 2 times, then he would have been the one in this drive having to score to draw. But unfortunately, dice didn't allow me to. So.
Yeah, really, that pick up there, you could have easily made a touchdown. I think. Wow.
Yeah, twice I could have at least made it so that this was either his drive to get 2-1 to win, or I could at least try and say it's sometimes it can be the smallest little errors, what look like errors, but it's just the dice that have ruined it, and then obviously an injury for good luck before we leave.
Yeah. Guys in the chat, I heard someone who wanted to have his game reviewed. So we can do that if it doesn't happen too long ago. I think it was Runon against someone. So Runon, can you tell us if you want to have your match reviewed, and maybe come to TeamSpeak if you want to?
But yeah, I shall leave you guys. It's been fun. Thank you for doing the review of the league. I've very much enjoyed playing in the league. But I think it's Dark Souls time for me.
Okay.
Make my fingers bleed on a Steam controller as I try to assassinate many a different boss that I can't beat until I work out the pattern of its attacks. Magic.
Yeah, I consider getting that as well. So.
It's a really good game. I've got to admit.
Yeah, I like 2 a lot.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah, but it's rewarding when you actually beat the guy. So yeah. Thanks for having you here.
Thanks for
us.
going. Yeah, I was happy to help you, and I shall see you in season 2. Well, not you two, because you're in tier 1, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Thanks,
actually,
we will see you.
Actually, it's a bit strange. All the admins did it to tier 1.
Oh no! Mazuk make it
rigged.
tier 1.
Hashtag rigged.
Mazuk is still in tier 2.
But yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you later.
See you later. User disconnected from your channel.
So guys, if you wondered who was admin in our league, it's actually Seomon, myself, so Aswet, / Kalida as coach name. And we have Mazork and Mineris Gaming, and the new addition to our team is Viet Nawa. So if you guys have any questions, you can actually write us on Steam or in the forum, and we will always answer.
Yep.
So yeah, let's come to this Runes game. I think if you want to, Simon.
Okay.
It's Cold-Blooded Cooks from versus Rats from Outer Space. I think that should be Cobra Grant, right? Yeah, Cobra Grant. Okay, so. Do you want to join us in TeamSpeak and talk a little bit about your own game? Runon, we want to do that. We were very happy to have you here.
Oh. Don't know if Runas is still here.
Yeah, he is. He just wrote us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Rats from Outer Space.
Yeah, it's Division 2, right? Wait for me till I load up this.
I don't see a replay down there. You can't watch that.
Oh. Okay. Isn't it this week? No. Oh no, it's
last week.
Yeah, sorry. That's a problem because the replays are only saved for about 10 days, I think, or 14 or something. So it's a problem that we can't review other people matches
we
that
can
are.
watch Shawnee's game. Come on, Shawnee.
Yeah.
Wanna join us on TeamSpeak?
Tony, do you want to join us? A little bit bantering on the TeamSpeak. Not only in the chat, you can advance. Roland, if you want us to review your match maybe next week, you can send us a file, and then we can save it in our setup, and then we can show it. Okay, Shawnee, nice. That's it. Do you want to join us on TeamSpeak? Yeah. Oh. No,
yeah, Shawnee, that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I was crying out of joy when I saw this happen. Actually.
User was moved to your channel.
Hi, guy.
Yeah, man. I mean, not to you so much, but that was a great game that happened this week, actually.
Every single player
User
except
disconnected
you.
from your channel.
Okay.
User was moved to your channel.
Hi again, Shawnee. Can you hear us? Shawnee, say a thing. Say a word. Hold on. The file is in the documents. You need to look it up. You need to look at the date. It's easiest to find it through the date you played. It's in. Let me look at it. It's in documents. Blood Bowl 2. It's in profiles, and then there should be one folder where you can find it. So, documents, Blood Bowl 2, profiles, and then the one of the folders that's in there, and then you can try to find it. It's a little bit tricky, but yeah, we can do that. We can't hear you right now, Shawnee, so if you talk to us, we don't hear you.
Man, Mazurk is on fire today.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, maybe we just plug out the other one and it should work.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I only have one microphone. That's I don't know how it works if you have different ones. Okay, Muppet Pac-Man says setting voice, and there should be a drop-down menu.
Yep. Also, is it out? Still there?
I'm there, yeah. I'm there. He's trying to connect his microphone, I guess. Setting options. Wait, let me see. No, you go to on the top to settings, then to options, and then there should be a record on the left side, and then I think you can choose from the microphones you have.
Yeah, right.
Hello.
Hi.
Ah,
there
hello.
you are. Okay, awesome.
Well, hey. Okay.
Right.
Oh, do I need to get the game up then as well?
Yeah, do that. Let's start when the kickoff starts. So just pause there.
Yeah. Gonna wait at the kickoff.
This should be fun anyway.
Yeah, this game should be fun, yes.
Nothing of note happens in this game. You know that, guys.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, it's not that interesting, right?
So I stop here right after the touchback. So if you guys stop that as well, that would be nice.
Okay. Hello, Flashbinder. Get the juice.
Get
Are
the
you-
juice. Flashbinder, join our league. Don't be scared.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm near. I'm close to the Danish border, so I'm nearly Danish here. But still. So Shawnee, tell us when you are ready to reboot. Ah, okay. So you will join us next season. When is the end of the World Championship? Can you tell us this? Pure excuses. Yeah, actually, our system is really easy. We have Steam profiles of every single division member, and you just have to add them once at the start of the season. That's just a matter of seconds. That's no excuse in our division, our league.
I mean, you
That's
still
really
have to
easy.
schedule, but
You still have to. Yeah, that's true, but still, it's in
But
our league. It's
we
so
made it
easy.
as easy as possible.
Yeah.
I've got the game up now. I think he won the toss and chose to kick. And he bought a wizard out of his own money as well, for no apparent reason. But, yeah.
Yeah, last match, I think.
Attrition wizard OP.
Yeah, I had the same thing. My match was against Gloak, and it was about nothing for me, but he just bought the wizard, and I just wanted to make some SPP, but whatever. Just stop the match at the point where the kickoff, the touchback happens, so we can start at the same time.
I'm at the touchback as well. I think stream just went down for me.
Yeah, that was pretty early in the game. Yeah. I just want to make some. Shawnee, can you? Wait a second. Yeah, it's Shawnee. Shawnee, can you shut a little bit down your speaker? Because I can hear myself. Okay, now it works.
Sorry, what do you want?
No, I could hear myself in your microphone, so your speakers were pretty loud there.
Oh yeah, I'll turn that down. That was a bit of a stupid reroll. I guess I wanted to move people first and get the ball safe, which I should have done. Then I shouldn't have needed to reroll.
Yeah. Wait a second. So yeah, stop the replay at the touchback.
Oh, you're stopped.
Yeah, we stopped there.
I'll go back.
Okay. And please reduce your speakers a little bit more, because I still can hear myself.
Yeah.
Funny.
Is that bad?
Test. Yeah, I still can hear myself. So yeah.
How about that?
Test. Yeah, seems better now.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, count down and then let's just commentate on the fly.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, you got the ball then, and tell a little bit about your team that doesn't exist anymore, but yeah. So, what was your perspective on this team, on this match right now, Johnny?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, what was your perspective? What were your goals in this match? Did you just want to farm SPP, or what did you want to do here?
I wanted to win the league because if I won this game, I would overtake Grumpy.
Okay.
So I thought, I'll do that.
So we went for try hard here to just make it.
If you're not playing to win, what's the point? I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. Okay.
Yeah, true.
So I blitz with the War Dancer, and then I try and cover him off. I thought it was weird him setting out 5 players on the line, especially when I had 2 guard. I didn't need to commit anyone more to actually make all those blocks.
Yeah, 3 guard is so crazy. I would love to have that as well.
Yeah, Is that it? Sorry, that's the double skulls I was talking about. If I'd moved everyone, I wouldn't have needed. I suppose I still didn't really need to re-roll that.
Yeah, but with 3 rerolls, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered in the game because I think I had re-rolls left over still.
So you was it intended that you have so many SPP on your runner then? On your catcher?
On the catcher, not really. It's because he got block first, and of course he's plus movement, so it was so easy to get him SPP. I think the last touchdown I intentionally gave him to get the next level, which I was going to give him sure feet or sidestep to make him a good one-turner. So here, right, I think this is really interesting. He re-rolled that to get the mighty blow hit, so he's down to 3 re-rolls. And in chat, he just went, "Oh my god, mighty blow versus AV7, and it's no armor break." So that's what? I just went, it doesn't work every time. And he's like, it should work every time.
Yeah, okay, well.
I was like, oh, he's crazy, but obviously he wasn't because it clearly worked.
It's like, I think it's like 60% or something that it works.
Yeah, it's pretty likely. But still, just using one of your rerolls just to get a mighty blow on an AV7, it works 60% of the time to get an armor break, but.
Well, he has 4 rerolls there, so maybe that's a method of getting some injuries early.
Yeah. So then I thought I'd move the wrestle catcher up because he'd just put all his resources into taking him down, which he did. Get 3 dice with the tree, bring everyone in. My idea was that I didn't really want to receive, especially when he has a wizard. But usually I don't really want to receive as wood elves anyway. So I thought I'd score, if I could safely score around turn 6, turn 7, to try and give myself enough time to steal the ball again and score, especially if he's going to waste his rerolls. So ideally I'd score once he's used all his rerolls.
Okay. So I already watched this match because everyone was bringing up so much attention to this. But I was really wondering why you would do that, because I expected you to score very early, and then someone was typing like crazy. Okay, so can you turn down your speakers a little bit again?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, I was expecting you actually to make a 2-turn touchdown,
Okay.
and then try to get the ball from him with your strength for war dancer.
Yeah, that could work. My thinking behind that though is that could backfire in the sense that I could give him too much time.
Okay.
I guess it's hard to tell because I didn't know what to expect from my opponent. If he was just going to cage up and stall really well, especially with the rerolls and the wizard, he could quite easily score, and then he's receiving in the second half. I thought if I gave him less time, 3 turns or whatever, I'd still be able to steal and score.
Yeah.
But it would be harder for him, especially if I actually get the ball off him once or twice. Even if I can't recover, that doesn't give him enough time to actually cage down the field and score.
Okay. So do you scout your opponents before you play against them?
There's still some echo on your side.
Alright, I'll turn it down. Sorry, I'm just having trouble hearing you guys as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have headphones? For your hand or something?
No, I can't really.
Okay.
No, I don't scout my opponents. I know quite a few people from seeing them play a bit.
Yeah, Jugo Stilan. We have a guest here in our stream, and he's he just configured his TeamSpeak, so
Yeah, sorry about the noise and everything.
yeah, it's like it is right now.
So here I failed my 2 dice surf, and I got 1 dice surfed, which wasn't very pleasant. And he used, so he's down to 1 reroll now. After he's used the other 2 on greed blocks.
Yeah, that's something I already noticed when I watched it. That he used up all his rerolls. I think up to turn 5. So that's that's a lot for having 4 rerolls at the start of the game.
Yeah, I think that was part of my reasoning, deciding to then score later. Is I'd try and get him to use his last reroll. Yeah, I think that was a sort of indecision then.
That's something I already
try and get him
noticed
to
when
use his last
watched
reroll,
it.
then score.
He used up all his rerolls. I think up to turn 5. So that's that's a lot for having 4 rerolls.
And obviously I just used my second reroll
of the game.
Yeah, I think that was part of my reasoning.
Sorry, what did you say?
I had to mute you for a second because I wasn't sure if there was like you guys, Dylan said there's some noise going on.
Yeah,
I thought he might mean me.
Oh, he meant Shawnee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Now we were talking just about the way of playing here. So
yeah, just talking about rerolls.
So how did the Wizard change the way you played? Was this one of the deciding points that you scored that late, or?
Sorry?
How did the Wizard change the way you played?
The Wizard.
It's normal weather.
No, the Wizard.
Not the Blizzard, the Wizard.
Oh yeah, the Wizard. Well, I was just deep with the ball, so like, I guess it did change it a bit because I didn't want to cage upfield, so I just kept the ball in a loose cage back here, and decided I'd try and make a safe handoff upfield to get the score, rather than move up with my thrower. That's another thing. Muppet Pac-Man said this tree seems to stand up reliably. When he stood up the second time, my opponent complained about it again, about my great luck.
It's still 50%, right? It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's all right. It's sort of like, yeah, you just try and stand him up. But that's the thing when you like here where he's got 4 players surrounding the tree. That if he does stand up, then it's pretty devastating for you.
Who?
For your opponent, because now he has to clear him out of the way. The only reasonable way to do that is make an ogre block. Actually, I scored this turn, so I think I'm a bit up behind you guys. Am I not?
I'm not sure. I'm right now at the get the ref.
I'm at the bit. I haven't scored yet.
Okay, then let's just wait there when the.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back a little.
Okay. So.
Well, basically at this point, as I was saying, is it makes it more devastating. He's got an ogre and 3 players standing around my tree. So if the tree does stand up, he's got to make an ogre block to get him out of the way, and he might not go down again. And if not, then all his players are just tied up on the tree, aren't they?
Yeah, true.
Okay, on my screen the ball just landed.
Okay, let's start from there when you are all ready. So it's right after the setup and the ball just landed and get the ref. Okay, right. Sean, tell us when you are when you reach that point and stop there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the meanwhile.
I'm here.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, that's 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit. How long do you play Blood Bowl? Johnny.
Sean, you there?
I didn't hear what you said there.
How long do you play Blood Bowl?
Oh, I've started playing, I think November last year, just after Blood Bowl 2 came out. Didn't get it originally. Yeah. That's a nice 1 dice block there on the dodge player, the non-block player, to get the tree hit with the block Mighty Blow player. So that didn't make sense to me either, because he put both his Mighty Blow players and the Ogre on the line, and only blocked with 1 Mighty Blow.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I saw as well when I watched it. He does it the second time later in the match. Actually.
Yeah.
So he does it quite a lot.
Yeah, that was quite a huge mistake.
And here, like, I don't know if he thought he made the ball safe, but for me, it didn't look safe at all, because it was, well, I suppose, got a ward on. Oh, now the fouling starts. Now he's got the ref. The amazing foul game begins. Watch how he fouls every turn from now on, doesn't use the bright, and you can just count the amount of removals he gets. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, what would he do otherwise, right? It's just the best way to get rid of you guys.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely the best way to play, and it was just so effective.
Yeah.
He's got enough men for a cage, but he didn't do one, so it's just a 3+2+2 dice on the ball. Tackle against dodge. Easy enough.
Yeah,
I guess that's what I meant about him not having enough turns to score, is that if I could get the ball off him like that, then there's no way he's getting up there in 2 turns, especially when I mark the ball.
Yeah, also you failed the dodge there, so that was a little bit of a mistake. Not mistake, a pity for you. Because you could have done it way more harder for him to get there, to the ball.
Do you mean throw a dodge?
Yeah, the throw a dodge, exactly. That's
in hindsight that was quite bad. I built the throw with sure hands and dodge just to try and nick the ball at the end. My idea was to hand off then to the blodge catcher, and he's only got enough players 3 to get a 2 dice block on him, make it quite hard. But it is quite a risk for the thrower, I guess. So I guess that was bad.
No, I think it's fine. It just didn't work out in this situation. And yes, now he's fouling as often as he can, of course.
So at this point, it looks like he's not going to try and pick up the ball. He's just going to try and stop me from scoring and foul the wall dancer.
Yeah. But
and the sort of thing is, like, now he's got the pow, now he's on the ground.
But I think that's not the worst play on his part, because it's really hard to... You still have a lot of people in the back, so if he was advancing, you still had a really good shot at him, getting him down. But now he has a chance to actually get rid of some of your players, so maybe in hindsight that was a better play. I don't really know, but I could imagine that wasn't the worst choice he did there.
Yeah, I guess it's not the worst choice, but at the same time, it's sort of you're sort of agreeing to, okay, I'm just going to try and draw, because if you don't score now, then you know, if you actually want to win, you're going to have to score next half and try and steal.
Yeah, but that's something I was talking about with Scooter last match. In a league system, you don't really have to win every match. So for you, it was maybe a different point of view than on his part. Because you wanted to get first, that was your goal, but maybe he didn't want to get further ahead, or he couldn't get further ahead, so maybe his point of view was a little bit different, and a draw would have been enough for him. And I think, even getting a draw against someone who's first or second in the division is a pretty good achievement.
Yeah, that's true. At the same time, I don't think that trying to win was the reason I lost lots of players. Like, for example...
No, I didn't say that. No.
You know, like, for example, here, when it's my turn, Sorry?
No, he was just talking about your war dancer who just died there on the dodge. But even dying on the dodge is always that's something I was wondering if there were more armor breaks on dodges, because that's my impression actually. When you fail a dodge, that the armor breaks more often. But that's probably just perception.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I totally don't get that feeling.
You don't have the feeling? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably because I play elves and I'm dodging way more often than you do, I guess.
I've actually just got to the bit where the war dancer died. I don't know how I'd fallen behind. I started at the same time. But like that was a 1 in 9 to get the ball off him and try and score on turn 8. You know, like that wasn't a failure because I was doing something silly to try and win. I don't think, you know. So there's the Apocon, and I've got the war dancer back for the second half, which he very much enjoyed.
Yeah, it becomes important later on when the other injuries happen. And that he isn't... I mean, he fought every single turn here, and he got even armor breaks. And if you foul and break the armor, the chance of getting sent off is actually like about 30%, something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got really lucky with that, I have to say.
Yeah, I think actually I think it's a 5+ you need to make it more likely to not be sent off. So again, this turn, you know, double power on a war dancer, foul, KO.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, you know, he doesn't have any tackle. It shouldn't happen, you'd think.
When the turn 9 starts, please stop again so we can synchronize this again.
Oh, I'm already...
I'll just skip forward to it. Yeah, I'm at the kickoff. Will I pause it?
Yeah, pause it to kickoff and we can start again. Okay.
Okay. I'm kick off as well,
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
So again, no mic blow hit. For some reason.
Yeah.
Well, at least this time he does it so he doesn't do a 1 dice block to get the two dice on the tree with the blitzer.
Yeah, true.
And then I didn't stand firm because I didn't want the tree foul.
Yeah, of course. Although...
and if you note the rerolls, it was 6 and 1, and I got one from the kickoff event. That's because of the chef.
Oh, he had a chef call. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he had a chef, and then he bought a wizard out of his own money.
Oh wow.
In the first half, I think it only stole 1, and then stole 2 in this half.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I'm not a big fan of chef because I think it's so random if you get the actual stealing of the rerolls, or if you don't get them, it's so random. So I'm not a big fan of it. I think I would get the chef if I had like really high inducement money. But otherwise, I would just prefer going for a star player. I mean, for 300k as a human player, you get grip. So
exactly, yeah. I think if you were facing a team with, like, you know, say a Bretonian team, 2 rerolls, 70k rerolls. If you steal a reroll, it's 70k instead of 50k. And if they only have 2, then you have a greater chance of stealing all their rerolls, which is what you really want.
Exactly.
I was going to say here. I guess here I just thought, you know, he's just going for a draw. He's setting up his cage to just march downfield. And I'm not really too fussed because I have enough players at the moment.
Yeah, I get that. did you consider hitting him with your guard guys and just going in, or did you want to risk the mighty blow guys hitting you every turn? You played pretty aggressive in the first turns. That's why I'm asking.
I can't remember what I did now. Just have to watch it, I guess.
Okay. Okay, so you're screening right now, and yeah, trying to make it hard for him to advance.
Yeah, so generally before I try and nick the ball, I'll try and move a lot of the linemen into screening position, and then try and nick the ball, leave the thrower, and maybe catch a free in case I do steal.
And you make the go for it with the tree there, and
that's right. Yeah, that was a bit silly.
Yeah.
At the same time, I thought, if he stands up, he might be out of play if he just stands.
I think it was the right play.
But if I move there, I tie up 2 of his blitzers. So.
Yeah, I get that. It's still a little bit rough. I mean, he could have still blitzed with his...
Also got to see the great tree GFI animation.
Yeah, but then if you blitz with the ogre, that's actually all you wanted, right?
Yeah, probably.
Because that's what the tree is for, being a huge punching bag that no one gets to.
So you like playing with the tree, or did you want to try it out just now? I know a lot of people who don't like the tree. That's why I'm asking.
I've come round to the tree. Originally, I wasn't a fan, but I think in a league setting where TV isn't so important, as in where you match by TV, then the tree is more viable. And also, what generally happens is you face a lot of teams who just want to bash you and kill you, and the tree is then somewhat decent at stopping that.
Okay. Yeah.
So here, that does look a bit silly. And he was complaining about this, but I thought I get a push and I'm in for a hit because I have strength 4. I'm here in for a 1 dice hit at least on the ball with a 50% chance.
True.
But then I end up getting a 2 dice, even easier.
Yeah, because he had the guard and he had a guard as well, right?
And that's really what you want as Woodies. You want to try and steal the ball. Otherwise, you probably shouldn't bother playing Woodies. Yeah, that was pretty aggressive GFI as well, actually.
Yeah, this ref kickoff event was so devastating, and on my screen right now I get the important stuff. You lose the ability. That's so devastating.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
That's so huge.
What worries me is it's like he'll burn all his rerolls trying to get mighty blow hits, and not because he has loads of rerolls, he just happens to. And he'll foul me because he happens to have a get the ref, even though he didn't need to, and he probably should be fouling anyway. I feel like it's sort of lucky in that sense that it's just like because he got the kick-off event, because he got the chef, and he's got 6 rerolls. It just happened to work out for him, whether it probably otherwise shouldn't. And again, more dancer fouled off, dead.
Yeah, that's I can't really complain about this because I have to play against you next season. So, but still, I can feel your pain there, definitely.
Oh yeah, Matto, the most brutal death is yet to come. The most absolutely brutal. I
think that was the most brutal death.
No. The next one is the most brutal.
Yeah, I also think that
especially in the context of the game of him trying to score on turn 16, I definitely think. At this point, again, trying to play aggressively, get the ball. Doesn't work.
Also your catcher there is a one-time touchdown guy, and yeah, he has already guard and stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, I got him guard because it's otherwise he'd get sure feet sidestep. But having a movement 9 guard, amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, with sidestep it would be a little bit easier to get him in place for the one-time touchdown, but still, yeah, still pretty easy.
Well, next level up, he will be able to do both, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, next level, I'll get him that next level. If I may, yeah.
Just give it to him on the next level up.
Yeah, he can get it next time.
Yeah.
He's only 19 SPP off. He's got a touchdown like every game. So yeah, averaged. I think he's got like 3 or 4 in some of the games. Wow. Yeah, he's got 32. That's what's so bad about this is that I've come through season 1, done pretty well for myself in terms of SPP. I've got the good catcher with guard and plus movement, who I've given 32 SPP, and I've got the great war dancer who has got 29 SPP. So, and you know, I'm all set apart from final game mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you lost 59 SPP in one match, and I think that's half of the SPP I made in the whole season. So it's yeah.
This is funny, right? I thought I'll blitz with the tree, and then I'll go mark there to protect the catcher from the foul. What happened is he took root and he couldn't do the movement to take the blitz,
okay.
so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because now I'm
blitzes and kills it, man. That's so tough.
Because you know, now what I'm thinking is I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's 3 KOs, and there's 1 on the bench. Now there's another KO that I need. With the plus movement and sprint, I'll need 1 push to get the 1-turn touchdown. So I really need that guy, as you know, as well as obviously it's nice to have him because he's a good player.
Yeah,
but you know, I need that guy to win the game.
On my screen, the devastating blow that's happened. He's dead. Yeah. That mighty blow. So. And he even rerolled it for getting you down there. So,
yes, and like now I thought, oh great, he's giving me a 3+2+ escape. I'm in a reasonable position where he's going to need to get a 2 dice POW. I tried the blitz there because I thought, you know, even though he's got loads of players, allowing me an easy hit on the ball, I'll take it. Oh, rerolled. I forgot that. That was the worst part. Reroll.
Yeah.
Reroll. That's just like game over. You're not winning this game. You can't 1-turn. Just because you'll get the power and the death.
Minza asked how many T value was this? Was it 300? No, it was like 400 T value, right?
I think I was 1580, and now I'm 1100 or something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot. So
it's definitely a lot.
I think I haven't touched the team, but I've got money in the bank to buy another war dancer, and obviously I'll have journeyman, so I'll be a bit higher than that, than 1100 something. So.
So what's your point on next season? Do you expect to be in the first spots, or what's your point on this whole thing?
Originally, I'd be hoping for the first spot. I thought, you know, I've got a good enough team to do it. There's no reason why I shouldn't be. Now I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Now I'm not so sure. It will sort of depend on how things go, what the schedule looks like, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's
see, you know, what games, how winnable they are.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, also playing against Chaos in the first week or playing against Chaos in the last week is obviously a big difference. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd like to get the easy win against Siam and.
Everyone wants to.
I want the 4-0 SPP farm at first game, so that it can set me up for the rest of the season. Yeah, rather than last game where I don't really need the SPP.
So Simon, what do you say to this?
Yeah, let's schedule a game for next week. I'm totally up. Let's play.
Actually, you are the league manager, so I don't want to run into any dodgy rule changes that might happen. And yeah, I still went for the one turn, but yeah, this annoyed me as well because if I had one or two more players, which I think I should have, then this is such an easy defense to get. You know, he's like set up his players so that I can use his players to get pushes, but I just don't have enough players.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there are way better one-turn defenses if you really want to defend against it. I guess he just wanted to line up to get maybe a knockdown on you when you hit him. I don't really know. It's a little bit strange.
Yeah, even if I had 6 players and their plus movement guy, I could get around the back, just shovel my players in and push him forward 1, and I'd have a few tough dodges, I think.
Yeah,
but you know, just
that easy,
just stuff all the players behind him, put a guard in so I get the assist. At the moment, I'm just fiddling around with. Yeah, I'm gonna move out of the game. I'm just fiddling around with all the one-turn stuff, but it doesn't come to anything.
Wunan, you have to check in-game. There is a date on each file. So, yeah, you need to check when you played the match, and then you can check if it's the right file, actually. So it's not that easy, but it's doable.
What's this for?
Wunan was trying to send us his file so we can review it, because it happened a few weeks ago. So yeah, we can't re-watch matches or review matches that happened longer than 10 days ago. Yeah, good job for humans killing wood elves.
Well, yeah, it's easy to skill them. It's hard for them to stay alive. Just looking at the team now, I can get the War Dancer. I'll only have the 1 catcher. But I think what I'll focus on is the 2 guard players that are 5 and 1 SPP off. And then maybe get another catcher in future.
So the easiest way to send it is probably by using Skype. So maybe Simon can get your Skype name.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna add it to Skype, okay?
And then you can send it to him. But we should. I don't. Do we want to review it right now? Or
no, I think we should wrap it up, and maybe we can review it next time.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late, and we don't want to make it a usual stream where we just are on for like 5 hours or something. It's just about the league, and so I guess that's it for today. So I post again our forum link, so any interested coaches can join. Please apply into the correct thread.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't reapplied for the next season, it would be great if you could do that, because we have to write everyone who didn't reapply. Or we aren't sure already that he's gonna drop out of the league.
Yeah, that may be. Yeah, Mineras, if you can find a way to make that happen, that's awesome. I don't know if it works, but if it works, it would be cool. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Was the first State of the League.
Yeah. If anyone wants to, I think I'm gonna in about 10 minutes or something, I'm gonna put on my own stream, and I'm gonna play games in the TwitchBBL ladder. Anyone up for some games?
Maybe just yeah. I can. I need to go to bed now. But maybe
okay.
Yeah, come to our TeamSpeak. The TeamSpeak server is listed in our forum. Yeah, maybe just play with us. It's yeah, we don't bite. Maybe Shawnee.
Yeah, join us, also join us on TeamSpeak and also on this other program. I always forget the names, like I said, Discord.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Shawnee, thanks for having you here.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me relive that. It was really helpful. I was expecting more smack talk though, lads.
Yeah,
no.
Sorry.
We don't.
We were trying to be nice, you know.
Yeah.
We couldn't hurt your feelings too much.
It's already this game was already hard enough, I think. So.
Yeah. we are letting the replay do all the work. Okay, see you guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Have a good night.